Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from Yugioh Everything, and welcome back to another episode of Talking Yugioh Crazy 8's. This is the return of the podcast, the longest break that Talking Yugioh has been on since the Vrains to Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's transition.
Wow.
I need Yu-Gi-Oh! To function, and I am so glad that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is back. We're less than 100 days.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we are officially less than 100 days until Jump Festa, where we are expecting a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime announcement, so that is going to be absolutely crazy. We got a full team. There's a lot of quick announcements I need to make real quick before I introduce the rest of the team. First and foremost, the subs have all come out in a beautiful blast on Monday night, 119, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. We are only doing 119, 120, and 121 in this episode. I know some people might be wondering why that is. As I've said a couple of times, we don't want to do more than 3 episodes because we feel if we did, it would be much easier for us to gloss over things. Yes. And if we did a 90-minute, 2-hour podcast on 6 episodes, it would just be a lot.
Yeah, agreed.
So instead, we've only watched. Has any of you guys watched beyond 121?
No.
Neither have I. So we've only watched through 121. Quick reminder: 119, Yuumu versus Yuhi, Rovian versus Zayat, and Phaser versus Manabu. And at the end of 121, of course, we got the whole Go Ayuna working with the Dark Meister tease, and Manabu getting kicked out, quote unquote, of MIK. That's where we've left off. That's what we're going to discuss too. That being said, Friday night, this coming Friday night, we are going to be doing a special Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Crazy 8's. I know I didn't get a chance to even mention that to you before we went live.
Wait, what?
Are you able to make that, do you think?
Maybe.
Okay. That's going to be Friday night around probably 10 o'clock Eastern time, so it's going to be a late night one where we will be doing 122, 123, and 124. So in literally like 48 hours, we will do the rest of the episodes, and then we will be all caught up before 125 airs in Japan on Wednesday. So please, no spoilers for those episodes. If you're more interested in those episodes than these 3 episodes, we will do Crazy 8's in literally 2 nights, and we will get to it, which is very, very exciting. I got a great team here, a great crew. Pete, Dredge, Nick T. Cow. Pete, how you doing, man?
Doing good, man. It's good to be back.
It's great to be back. Dredge,
Even I'm excited to be back, and that says something. So there you go.
Nick T., how you doing, man?
Hyped. I'm doing great.
How you doing, Cal?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
I'm doing great. We've got the boys got me a birthday cake, so thank you, guys.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate it. Very kind of you. My birthday was Monday, but very, very kind of you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we're going to be cutting that open, eating that. Yeah, you guys rock. Really appreciate it. While we, of course, talk some Yu-Gi-Oh! Here. Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, we are in the end game. As this arc winds down, we probably have 2 arcs left to go. It's crazy to think that we are about to enter the 120s of this show.
Yeah.
With episode, 120. Well, we know, of course. We have entered the 120s. What am I saying? We got to 121. We have exceeded officially Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains. Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush is now the longest Yu-Gi-Oh! Show since Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, which, of course, had 148 episodes. And there's a chance that Go Rush is going to be one of the longer ones by the time it's all said and done. It's probably going to be around that Arc 5 Zexal 5Ds range, which, of course, was 148, 146, and 154. But it'll be really interesting to see how long this show goes. But it's crazy to think that this is the longest show we've gotten since Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, which is really, really wild. But listen, these episodes, I think, really need to hit for the most part. I think the story really, really needs to hit for the most part. We're in the end game of this show. Most episodes need to feel purposeful and meaningful at this point. I know that might be a little harsh, but it's the truth. Probably got about 30, 31 episodes left, which is crazy to think. Do any of you guys kind of want to start with how you're feeling after these 3 episodes?
We haven't been live in 6 weeks, and the man who created the Yu Everything channel wants one of us to start?
How about you start, bro?
Come on. Let's
I was all
own
for
it.
You can
Own
start.
it.
You can
Be
start.
you. Come on.
He's a gentleman.
Come on.
I appreciate that.
Happy birthday.
You guys are great. Happy birthday. What did I think about the 3 episodes? I thought they were all solid. I thought they were all solid. I didn't necessarily think any of them were like incredible, but I think that's okay. I really, really am at this point just fully convinced that this show and this season's execution and enjoyability is going to fully come down to the Otis execution. I'm fully in belief of that. Yuamu's plans have not changed in these last 3 episodes. If anything, we saw through the duel with Yuhi. She's more determined than ever to get Monster Reborn, to wipe her own memories. I actually liked a lot of the dialogue between her and Yuhi. I thought that was, in general, just a very, very good duel. A little predictable, right? I think we all kind of expected Yumu to get the win.
I just went for the point to try to.
Did you pick Yuhi?
I purposely just to try to, if you all got a right gain on you.
Well, you never know. I mean, Yuhi is a good duelist, but even when Yumu beat Yuhi was like, you're just always so strong, That's always been the case with her. And, of course, she fails to get the card, throws a little bit of a temper tantrum, which, of course, I guess is to remind the viewer that, this is still like a 12-year-old.
They're still children.
It's still a child trying to accomplish this. And so, her getting frustrated is, I guess, a very normal thing. I didn't love it, but I also didn't hate it. I get why they put that in there, but I felt besides that scene, Yuumu did play there were a lot of creepy shots of her where she just looked like this typical villain, right? This soulless, lifeless character that is hell-bent on doing anything that they want. I mean, she even threatened to turn Damamu into liquid to get Yuhi to duel with her. I also love the scene where Yuhi shows up at UTS and all the UTS members are around Damamu and Galleon, old man Galleon is like, the vice president's here or whatever, and then the camera pans out and Yumu's like, and the president's here too. And it's like, oh geez, that was a really, really cool scene. But I mean that 119 was really solid. I liked it a lot. And then 120 Zayat versus Rovian, I thought was fine. I mean, I think that was probably the weakest for me of the 3. I like Zayat though, and I think her character, I know we've had our discussions there, I think her character is really good symbolism for overcoming severe anxiety, overcoming panic attacks. And I really do like her character a lot and what she represents, and I think there is some funness in the cheering of the character. I think Udius being just the good-hearted character that he is, encouraging her, Epoch with the classic, nice. Whose side are you on? Again, it just goes to speak to how nice of a pure-hearted of a character Udius is. And then, I mean, Rovian did something, though, that is like, what are you doing? In the middle of the duel, Rovian just goes, if you win, you can have all of the Curry Bandits here. I'm like, Rovian, you were in the middle. You didn't have to say that. What are you talking about? That wasn't agreed to before the duel started, and then Zayat comes and wins. Yeah. So, and now Rovian and all the aliens, I guess, are under the Dark Meister. I mean, Rovian, I've had my...
That wasn't a good move. Hey.
I've had my feelings on Rovian, and I do think she's improved quite a bit, but that was really stupid.
That was smart.
I mean, that was really, really stupid. It's like you're in the middle of, a poker game, and you throw an extra $500 into the pot, even though nobody made a bet, and you're just like, you don't need to call this. I'm just throwing it into the pot because I'm that confident I'm going to win. There's no need to do that. There is no reward in doing that. Because if she wins, it's not like, I get something in return. She was just offering them up.
Yeah, it wasn't smart.
I mean, that to me
was really cocky. It was her hubris.
Yeah, but that was just crazy. So,
not
she pays the ultimate price there, and now they're all under the Dark Men.
I mean, who needs them, truly?
Well, right. Well, the Jersey Devils are there. They did lose a big asset.
That was the only thing sounds like the Jersey Devils are now. With
and
they are Devils.
And that hurts.
The Mitsuko Yugioh stuff. Oh my God. Poor Mitsuko, man.
She's so delusional.
She is so delusional, and I don't.
It's not the Yugioh I knew.
I say poor
That's
Mitsuko.
how he always was.
I say poor Mitsuko from the fact of she's just so and still so hopelessly in love, and I would have hoped that she would have maybe moved on a little bit, and she is not at all. And
wait. Oh no, you said I thought you said she would.
Well, because in her mind, Zuijou's dead and gone forever. So I would have hoped that maybe she started to process it and maybe move forward.
No.
Not at all.
Not even a little.
And she's so delusional that he's got no interest in her that it's like a different Zuijouh.
It must be a different Zuijouh.
Big Sis Basketball made an appearance. That was very nice.
I won't lie to you. You told me she was going to be in the show. I'm like, there's no way. I saw her and go, we really had to like pan out to her like by her name.
We all love our, Big Sis Basketball. And,
How can you not, really?
she's now working under the Jersey Devil. Fisher Sky, of course, kidnapped by Yuumu again. That's how it always goes for him. True. And 121, though, I thought was probably the stronger of the 3 episodes. I actually thought 121 was really, really good because it had a twist in it, and I know we talked about it a little bit. Totally caught me off guard.
Didn't see it coming.
I really thought Phaser and Tremolo were fully...
Just not to cut you off, but when that happened, and we remember, we gave Phaser so fast. I was so angry in that moment. Like, are you freaking... This guy got away. We forgave him, and he does this stuff. And then, obviously, as the episode goes on, you find out they totally flipped on it, and they're double agents.
Yeah.
Which I thought was real. And that's kind of why I agree with you. I loved 121 the best.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
was mad at Phaser for a hot minute.
Yeah, and then, of course, it was all just kind of a diversion. But I think the other crazy thing coming from that episode... Listen, when we went back to Earth at the end of the last arc... A lot of us were in front of these microphones. A lot of you guys were on your keyboards, your mobile devices. And I asked the question, who could be on the Darkmeister Yuumu's side back on Earth when they get on Earth? And with conviction, almost everybody said, go Hyuna.
Yeah.
It was such the right decision for her to be on Yuumu's side because it's to, give Yuga a better, future or the future he wants or, whatever Yuumu believes. And so now we get confirmation without Yuna even showing up yet in this arc that Yuna is working with the Darkmeister, and we're seeing the takeover of Matsuba Town. A lot of us wondered early in the show, well, wait, Matsuba Town, we now know this is a prequel, even though it's also kind of a sequel, but whatever. Matsuba Town is an interquel. It takes place before Sevens existed.
It's a pre-interquel.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Matsuba Town, we knew Matsuba became this very small company, and Goha really drove him out of business, and it's Goha Town, and the Goha Corporation owns all the cities. Here they come. Goha Yuna is just completely overwhelming thanks to the Darkmeister's abilities. The Matsuba team, and they're taking over the city.
They made a really good point. Like Goha's like I thought of this really greatly because it made me think of like large companies in our world, right? It was like they got into healthcare, into food, they got into everything, right? Like it's major cuts, but they get into everything, even if it's just a little bit, just to kind of grow themselves. And that's what they're doing. They're slowly, as you saw, taking over those, taking over Matsuba, taking over the factories or warehouses, we're gonna call them. And it's crazy how this takeover is actually happening so seamlessly, so quickly too. So interesting to see it. Obviously, is this Goha company going to become the Goha Corporation that we know from Sevens?
Yeah,
you'd have to think they're related in some way.
You'd have to think, and I cannot wait to see Yuna. And what's very exciting to me is we have 3 episodes. There's a very decent chance she's in those 3 episodes. So we can read the summaries for 122 to 124.
We should do that. That would be good.
But on this podcast, because I actually don't know anything. I've done a very good job.
Did you watch the preview for 122?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Yeah. But
I did.
She's going to be so fascinating to me when we finally do see her. But like her role in all of this, if she really is working with Yuumu, I think sometimes the most obvious storytelling routes are the best storytelling routes. They're obvious for a reason. I think it makes so much sense for Yuna to be working with Yuumu because maybe she believes that there's a pathway for her to still see Yuga. She has so much love and admiration for Yuga and never got to really say goodbye and say her true feelings. And Yuumu then comes and says, hey, I'll let this corporation that you own become massive and you can take over this whole town. And what I'm doing is going to help Yuga. And maybe, hey, you can even see Yuga in the future. Maybe she even sold him that false bill. Of course she's going to join. Yeah, it's without a doubt.
Well, remember, we talked about this, and it's one of, like, kind of, it might be on your unanswered questions, like, Yuga never saying, like, talking to Yuga. Yuna and Yuga never got their talk, right? Yuga just did his usual, his Irish goodbye, and just yeeted, So she really wants him back. She wants that time, whatever it is, right? And that's what she's going for right now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
She'll do anything, as you said.
Yeah, but all in all, it was three good episodes. I didn't think any episode was like mediocre, and I thought 119 and 121 were really strong. But again, I already know for me that this arc and very possibly this show is going to all come down to the execution of the Otis reveal and how that storyline plays out.
What if he's not revealed, man?
If it's not revealed, that's I shouldn't. Let me be more
Yeah,
clear.
I say clear. Yeah, say
Maybe let me be more clear. The explanation of who Otis is and the confirmation and definitive answers that we need to get that we did not get in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s, that needs to happen in the show.
That right there was the best grouping of words you've ever said.
Thank you.
It was very specific, deliberate.
I
loved it.
I thought longer than I usually do about my words.
Much
like
longer.
2 seconds.
And it worked. Look how much better it worked out for you.
Right. Well,
do that more often.
Can you believe that?
No.
Cal, I mean, I'll throw it to you. You're right next to me. How did you feel about these episodes?
I think very similarly to you, I liked 121 the most, then 119, then 120 if I'm putting them in order.
Yeah.
I really did love the back and forth between Yuhi and Yuumu, although I think we all, like you said, knew Yuumu was going to win that duel. Like there was no way Yuumu was losing to Yuhi there. It just wouldn't make any sense. I wasn't that big of a fan of 120 personally, like the duel itself.
Yeah.
I like the musical aspects of like Rovian's deck and stuff. I'm not a huge fan of the Zayat character, so for me it wasn't I guess as important to me in terms of what I like to see in the show.
Yeah.
But that was also because it was surrounded by 2 duels that I just thought were a lot better.
Yeah.
Yuhi and Yuumu, and then in
that was
and
of these 3 that I
Manabu.
definitely felt that was a step down from the other 2 in quality. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, but I think the Phaser Manabu duel was great, and I like you said, the twist to Phaser not actually being like a villain, like I thought he was part of them too. Like I really did, was in full belief. I'm like, yeah, makes sense the 2 of them would go with what they think is more powerful or whatever it is, and then when he's like had this whole plan and fired Ron to kind of keep it under wraps and make it look like he was part of it. And I thought it was a really, really good way to do it, and then having them all come back and kind of save Damamu again from being removed from literally within Ron.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool too. And there's so much action going on right now, and I love that. Like, I just feel like every episode from start to finish, there's something going on.
Yeah, I feel like also they're doing one of my favorite like tropes that you can do. I feel like there's a lot of different like groups and factions as well right now.
100%.
Which is really fascinating, right? You have like the Dark Men, which of course Yuumu is the big one there. But now Yuna seems to have aligned herself with Yuumu, but she also might have like similar but different goals than Yuumu. Sure. So like that she could be a little different. You know, Rovian and the Curry Bandits, they were all off to the side. Now I guess they're under the Zayed and the Dark Men, but they're not really under them. You know, they have their own wills and wants. You have Phaser and Tremolo who don't believe in the Dark Men and are like forcing MIK to dissolve. You have now the old MIK team that really have no power on anything in like Manabu, Ron, and Neanderstar. So where are they going to go? Even Neanderstar is like, I don't know what to do next. We have UTS. We have, and then of course, you know, Nanaho, not Nanaho, but Ron came. And then that, you know, they have Damamu right now. And then of course you have Yuhi, which, you know, Yuhi's a weird guy. You have Zuijou. Zuijo's a weird guy in terms of like reading. And then of course you have UDS, who, you know, UDS I feel the most comfortable with. But then with Quaidul inside of him, that's a huge, like, you know, asterisk, right? Like, so there are so many. That's something that I really am so fascinated right now with the show. There are so many different factions and groups, and like how it's all going to play out is really, really exciting. Nick T, your thoughts on these 3?
So individually, I thought the episodes were like good. I enjoyed them. I think they were good. But I think as far as like an overarching story right now that they're telling, as we've arrived at back on Earth, I think I'm really excited about it. I think that's what's great is sort of this overarching story like on Earth now that we sort of have the 2 main factions between the Dark Matter Empire and you know, our main team with like UDS and such, and then how the sort of groups on Earth are like dividing allegiance. That's really, especially like when it came to 121 and seeing how like Goha Yuna made her choice. And as you said, I think the reasoning is different. I think Goha Yuna's only concern is Yuga. She doesn't care why Yuumu is doing it.
She doesn't care what happens to Yuumu.
She could become Otis. She could do whatever. It doesn't matter as long as Yuga is safe from whatever fate may be potentially befallen to him. So I think that's really the only thing Yuna cares about.
Hopefully, we see that in the next few episodes.
What I do find particularly interesting is how we're pointing back to the future, in the sense that like the hostile takeover is happening now in real time.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite things that we got to see. Yeah,
and while obviously like it's alluding to, not even alluding, it's directly saying that the like Tremolo and Phaser are like double agents in that, but like they're still like giving us the information that like no, like Goha company is exploding right now, and it's going to be taking over much of a town. Yeah, and we see that in 7, so it's just really interesting to watch as it's happening, because we didn't get that in 7s. We just knew that somewhere down the line one company was more in control than the other, and there was some kind of falling out and so on and so forth. So now we're like watching history. Which is really cool. In the episode where they go back to 7s, don't they also like look them up in like the database and everything is wiped? Like there's no memory of UTS or anything like that.
There's no info on UTS,
right?
And,
so,
and the plot of land where the building is just empty.
It's just
It's
empty.
Yeah,
Exactly. So like now this is basically like you said, a moment in history. We're seeing potentially also the downfall of UTS, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because in theory they're not there anymore.
And that could be a function of Goha company aligning with the Dark Matter Empire. Like maybe they wipe UTS not only from the map but from history. Like they see it so that there's no record of them. I don't know, but I'm just really liking that direction. I'm really liking the sort of redemption and plan of the Ryugu brothers. I'm liking where our sort of our extra group of people have kind of come back together with the Ron, Manabu, Manya, Bochi. Like I think that's a cool little stray group that we have together that are ironically the most important group right now because they have the real Damamu.
Yep.
So I'm just there's a lot of moving pieces, and that's why I like these 3 episodes so much overall. Individually, great, they're cool. Together, like a story's being told underneath the individual pieces. Because like you said, like I don't necessarily love Zayet or like whatever the duel. That's not the important thing.
No, not at all.
There's the story really being told in a strong way right now, and I'm super excited about it.
I agree.
Yeah. You did touch on something though, the connection there between 7s and Go Rush, which of course we saw in episode, I think it was 62 of Go Rush. I mean, I said that like the Otis execution is going to be really vital, I think, to how well the show kind of wraps up and comes to an end. I think also the tie-in between Go Rush and 7s and like bridging that gap in a cohesive way will also be very important to the overall like success and how the show is, viewed overall. Calibro, Nick T, like the episodes. Dredge, your thoughts?
Same. I think all 3 were very solid. I think I watched the first 2 together, and then I watched the third one.
I did the same thing.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 together. Because it was just too late. I watched them last night. I texted you, and it was like midnight almost. I'm going to watch them. You're like, you're going to watch them? He's like, I'm going to bed. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
So I watched the 2. Yeah, my favorite also, I agree with you. I said it earlier, 121 was my favorite. I liked the twist. I didn't see it coming. I was mad at Phaser. It really worked for me. Yuumu, we wanted that duel. I'm not 100% sure that was the best time for this duel, but still a good duel. Still interesting to see that there are 2 interactions. And, of course, as you said earlier, Yuumu is a kid. She reacted like that when she didn't get what she wanted. She's throwing like a little temper tantrum. And Yuhi's like, okay, good. She didn't get what she wanted yet. Because it's interesting to me that Yuhi is basically sworn he's going to basically stop Yuumu, right? But still in Yuumu's ship is a dark man and all that. Still there with her, staying with her. And Yuumu allows this. Like, let's think about this. Like, if we're a team, like, and someone joins us, but they're trying to stop me, wouldn't I kick them off my team? Not let them stay around me to give them multiple chances to stop me or help me or whatever you. And again, she did say at one point, I remember, you're important later. I forget the exact line. Someone probably can tell me.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I thought I was thinking the same thing. And
why would you let him stay around?
The duel, the Yuumu Yuhi duel, kind of revealed that idea to me that like his purpose is her perceived incompetence of him.
Really?
I think.
Okay, that would be interesting.
Trying, I'm sorry, Yuhi. Like I truly believe that the only reason she let him on the team is because she does believe him to be incompetent, which she verifies in that duel. It's like you
can't take on difficult things.
You can't take on difficult
things. They do say that, yeah. But even the homework thing, I guess that's fair.
From his perspective, though,
Oh, from his perspective, it's confusing.
I do. I do wonder if he will do whatever it takes to stop her.
Yeah.
And that's why
I
they're
said that for
and I'm kind of leaning that way where I could see him trying to kind of jack like the Otis transition. I think I actually said I think at the end of the last arc I'm more inclined to believe that Yuhi has a better chance to become Otis than Yuumu.
Yeah.
I think that's where we could very well be headed. That's why Yuhi is still, around his sister as much as he is.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're just kind of planting the seeds for that potential.
And
I agree.
That'll be the difficult thing that he does.
Right.
That'll be the difficult
But
thing
how
that
did
he
she
does.
know he's going to do like it's
She also made a comment a few episodes ago where she was like, "Oh, Yuhi, I need you for."
Yeah,
remember?
that's what I'm trying to touch on. That,
So-
I don't remember the wording of it.
So
but
is she trying to like even big brain this whole thing?
That's what I
That's
was
what Nicky's
thinking.
thing in the big brain.
I don't know.
I mean, Yumi early on, Yumi was by far the smartest character in the show, by a lot.
By far.
Now she dropped off season 2, season 3. She's popped back up. So, but she has been outsmarted multiple times by Damamu, by Asaka. Right?
Asaka.
I always want to say Asada. I don't know why.
Or
but she-
Asuka,
or
which was GX.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Or I would call her Asuka.
Asuka. It is
Yeah, I don't know.
Asuka.
I'm probably pronouncing it wrong.
It is Asuka.
No, you're right. You're
Um,
right.
You're right.
But yeah, so that was good. 120. It was good to see a Darkman actually win a duel.
That's true.
That was the
Yeah, you know
first Darkman win. Yeah, I even
give
said
it
to
up.
myself, I would have picked wrong because I was never putting stock in the Darkman until they won a duel. Still don't know why. I still don't know why you like that character. But that being said, it was nice to see our villains, win. Right, like they continue to win. Arguably, I mean, in the third episode, I wouldn't say a villain one. I'd say it was two good guys, dueling.
Oh, yeah, that's-
But seeing Yumu win, seeing Zayat win. For now, we're on the run, right? Damamu's been taken. What are we gonna do? Like, there's so many things happening, or fake Damamu, right? But there's so many things happening. Like, this is what we wanted. We want villains that are actually we're afraid of. We're worried about them succeeding in their goal. Now,
Well, Zayat winning, they got Rovian's entire team.
yeah, that's
So that's
which you said, and
I mean,
you're not a Rovian fan, and this is just a truth. I agree with Dylan. That was a mistake. Why are you
Well,
mid-duel?
Rovian, yeah.
That's like calling your shot. You got a runner on third with no outs, but it's the Mets. Like, you're not getting that runner in. The runner's staying on third the rest of the inning, and you're getting out of it. It was just a terrible call.
Yeah,
Terrible call.
it's just, or it's like telling the other team, like, hey, we're going to give you a run.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Yeah.
It would have been different if she was like, hey, I'm going to put this on the line if we can get this in return.
Yeah.
She just put her whole crew on the line in the middle of the duel.
They didn't even.
They
know.
weren't. They
They weren't
weren't
expecting.
I mean, that was. I don't know what. That was a horrible miscalculation by
Yeah.
Rovian, and it cost her big time.
Yeah.
But Zayat, you know what? She's the only Darkman outside of course, Yuumu and Yugioh that's gone out and really accomplished something.
Yeah.
I mean, now she
So
gets
credit
all
to her.
the
Credit to her.
Rovian bandits.
Yeah. Credit,
and
no,
so,
credit to her. That's what I said. Yeah.
we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, and then 121, very good. Good plot. Double maximum summoning in one turn. That's crazy.
That is
Like, the fact that
was dope.
because
Very
now
dope.
that it was, but now that I play Duel Links, I'm like, how are you running 6 pieces of a map? Like, because we've now in Duel Links you can try to summon maximum, right? You can put it in your deck, but you have multiple pieces. These characters have just the 3 pieces, and they're getting them so easily. That is my one qualm as I always have. Now, Manabu didn't draw the maximum, but again, got it out in the first turn. He always gets that maximum out first turn. He always is able to. I still think that's a little bit of the.
Clearly
as
not
we've
a
said,
good
they have to.
strategy for him,
function
though.
of
'Cause it's not a good strategy for him if he's going to lose.
It doesn't work
I
every
mean,
time.
True,
yeah.
I think it's kind of a function of the format. Is that
Yeah,
the dual
agreed.
writing
Has to be fast. I
It
know.
has to be fast.
And I was going to say that I still don't like it, but I understand that that's part of it.
Right,
I mean, that is
I
part of
fully
it.
agree.
But
yeah.
every time Manabu duels, that's what we do. Every time, the same thing. He gets the maximum first turn, and then he does win sometimes, but usually does lose. But yeah, solid episodes. A lot. I don't want to spoil you because I know you didn't watch the preview for next week, but we got an interesting duel next week.
Well, you could say what it is.
It is Lug Udius.
Oh, jeez.
Right? That threw you
Wow,
off, right?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just where do we go from here? There's so many options.
Well, we'll read the summaries through 24.
Exactly,
yeah.
which will really help. But yeah, Goha taking over. The plan coming together. Where's Otis and all this? Also, Dill, one thing for me and you. The mystery girl was present, I think, in 120.
I missed her.
She was standing there just reading a book.
What scene?
They were passing, but I forget exactly when. But I remember seeing her going, oh, there she is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are so
I
back.
I think it's 120.
I think
121 apparently.
I think there's a chance, a very small chance, she could be the final villain.
No, I hope not. That would be so as cool as it'd be that we called it. That'd be awful.
I think there's
It'd be so bad.
But
No.
what if she's like some like world-eating demon?
It's still
and like she reveals
in a kid
herself.
show, a world-eating
Well,
demon.
well, you know what I mean, like a world-eating villain, like a world destroyer.
It's not Dormammu. This isn't. We're not in the. We're not Marvel. Like, this guy wants Dormammu and Yu-Gi-Oh. This guy's out of his mind.
I mean, it's a non-0%
Dormammu, I'm
chance.
coming to make a.
Who you, Calibro? Saying that there's at least one. There's at least a 0.1% chance.
Non-zero.
Pete,
Yeah.
reels back in here, man. What did you think of
Thank God.
119, 120, and 121?
I thought you all made great points. I
Yeah.
really like these 3 episodes. I thought they were really solid. I think is the way to describe them. I like to focus on things that you guys didn't talk about because that's the point, right?
Hit it. Come on.
Naturally, I guess I gravitated more to 120 because I love Rovian.
Yes, big Rovian fan.
And I thought there was a couple interesting things that really happened in there. Yes, she did make a mistake. It was a stupid decision, but I can understand the context of the decision because Zaya was basically calling it quits.
Yeah.
They were like, "We're done.
Yeah.
It's over." It was a way of kind of bringing her back into the duel and adding to the pot because that duel meant so much to Rovian and her pride in that moment. So it was a total miscalculation, but I understand the thought process.
I do see where you're
Especially
coming from with that,
because she
actually.
went berserker mode. She had a complete field. I mean, she was feeling on top of the world.
Yeah,
So
invincible.
Yeah. And so it ended up being a huge miscalculation. That being said, I thought there was a couple other developments there. I thought the stuff that happened with Zayed, what's the guy that's on our team now on the ball? Fukumura.
Yes.
His whole discussion I thought was very fascinating.
Yeah.
Because he talked about when he dueled Kwai-Dul, that there was like this awakening of like wisdom, of knowledge inside of him.
Yeah.
And it kind of changed him, and that's what caused him to switch to this side because that's just how he felt when he kind of fully realized everything that was going on, when kind of the shroud of the Dark Empire was kind of taken from his eyes.
Yep.
Now he can make his own decisions. Felt like Zayed had very much the same thing except the opposite way. And I think that's a fascinating thing because she says a line, and I looked this up because I just thought it was really
Swan and
peculiar.
swallow, right?
She says that line of what would a sparrow know of the ambition of a swan?
Wow.
And if you look up
That goes hard.
the symbolism of that, typically, not always, but typically there are designations where sparrows can be viewed as simplistic and kind of just efficient in nature, where a swan is usually a symbolism of wisdom. So I thought that was more of a shot of, what are you going to know? You're so simple. What are you going to know about how smart we are? And I felt like that was her delivering that dig to Rovian and that team. That's how at least I took it.
I got like that.
Yeah, I like
and I
that.
think that couples with the wisdom talk of what Kwai-Dul kind of brought out in them. And it seems like it's not... Kwai-Dul had a specific moment for Fukumura, right? But Zayed, it's almost like these moments of pressure that they're in cause it, right? Pressure creates diamonds, right?
Yep.
And I felt like this part had nothing to do with Kwai-Dul with Zayed. It was more that she was backed against the wall, absolutely miserable, anxiety through the roof. And when her back was against the wall, that's when she became what she truly was.
Yeah.
And that option now, I think, is open now that they're back on Earth. They're out of the Dark Empire. And they've had this idea kind of through witnessing. They all witnessed the Kwai-Dul, which we know how powerful. He's like a god in this universe.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
all of those interactions and the little words back and forth, I thought were quite interesting of what that meant. Now, yes, symbolism can be taken several different ways, right? It doesn't have to exactly mean that they purposely questioned Sparrow or Swan, which means in later episodes, we're going to get an explanation of what that exactly meant. When you
Yeah.
have a character ask those two things, you know that it's coming back to it at some point.
probably.
So I'm not too worried about that. But in the moment, through 121, that's how I took it. The other episodes, the phaser part got me.
Got all of us.
I think it was really well done because I totally could have understood. I actually wasn't mad at him. I totally could have understood that, like, hey, this is kind of the way of the future, right? We're seeing how Goha becomes what we know them in sevens. This is how it's going. We knew Yuna was going to side where she sided. Her reasons are a little bit different than Yumu.
yeah.
But we understand where she's coming from, and we're going to see that play out more and more. I'm just, I guess, fascinated by it shows the power of the Dark Empire, right? How quickly everything is accelerated, how crazy the technology and the grasp that Goha has gotten in such a short amount of time because they've gotten some assistance from kind of the technology and knowledge of the Dark Empire. I think that part is very interesting. And then I guess the last part is just to respond to what you guys are saying with the Yumu scene in 119. I understand, like, it's like, oh, this is a 12-year-old and things like that. I totally agree with that, but I also took it a different way. I think that moment of that smirk of Yuhi when he sees that is my sister's still a little bit in there.
Yeah,
I think
saw it that
yeah,
way as well.
that's how he takes that, is that she's not just this dark, cold, menacing figure that she's been. Sure, that's part of her now, but there's an element where I can still reach her, I believe, in the future. And these little moments where I'm happy, yes, she didn't get what she wanted here, but also I know she's still in there, and I can reach her at some point. So that's how I took that too.
No, I think that's I would agree with you there. Man, I mean, do you agree with what I had to say about how, like, I think a lot of how we perceive how good the ending is going to come down to the Otis stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, do you agree with that?
I think we've known that for probably at least the last 10 or 15 episodes.
Yeah.
Kind of when they made that change, right? When they had the battle in space and it opened the wormhole, and, Yumu proclaimed that she was Otis and all that stuff.
That's my concern, too, though. At the same time, we're relying on that one thing that has started a whole show ago.
Sure.
Right? How many years? It would be 2.5, almost 3 years ago is when this will finally...
It needs to hit on that. It has
It's
to.
It's a very, very, very risky maneuver. Like, you can potentially ruin 2 shows.
You could arguably, yeah.
Definitely this one, but
Yeah.
we're also kind of waiting for the payoff that we didn't get in Sevens. So you could
'Cause
kind of
Sevens and-
tarnish a little bit of both
Yeah.
of those if you do not pull this off.
I'm telling you, man, there's so many people I can see playing the role. I still genuinely could see Udius as well.
I said, yeah, I think people
becoming
said
him.
that.
I could see that. He's invincible. He's
possibility.
immortal to save the twins from that fate.
I think the beauty of this, right, though, I will say, as much as we're worried about the Otis stuff, right, the fact that there's so many possibilities. I think that's what we love, right? We can't predict it.
Right.
We don't know what's going to happen. And that's why we're along for the ride. That's why we're doing this. We're enjoying it. But at the same time, we almost want to get there, right? We keep trying to push to that point, and they're building it, throwing stuff at us. It's a very exciting time, though, for sure. Like, no matter what.
Dude.
Now, if it flops, which this show, I have to say, hasn't really given us many flops, right? I would argue there's been a lot of hits, a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
I'm confident they're going to do the same thing here with this ending, with these last arguably 25 episodes or so.
Yeah, I'd agree. Makes you excited. Probably makes you nervous. I mean, it makes me nervous thinking about it. But
yeah, of course.
I'm excited. I mean, it is crazy to think that, like, after 121, I mean, we're probably in the final 30 episodes.
Literally. Yeah.
So we're like at the end here.
Are you going to say? I was waiting for you to say we're in the end game now. I was waiting.
He already
for it.
said
Yeah,
it
again.
once.
I know he has. That's why I was waiting for.
But we're
going
gonna
to
get copyrighted.
Can we get an end game count?
That'll after the jump off the clock.
We'll have a
do the end.
separate
Can
one
it do
next
that?
to it.
Yeah.
Is that only day? Like, is that only? Oh, that is only days.
Mm-hmm.
No, I meant counter for the amount.
We'll
of
have someone go back and edit the video.
Like, how many times do we say end game?
Oh, yeah. We probably say end game a lot.
I mean, at least twice.
I will say one other point that I thought of is with 119. I think, yes, Yumu, I think, does have some care for these people, particularly Yuhi, right? That's still there. I think she is completely resolved and resolute in what she wants to do. I fully believe her. I don't think it's an act. I really don't think it's an act.
No, I agree with you.
But I think what she said in some of those things, like that you guys pointed out, were like, I've always been the one kind of carrying, and like you couldn't even complete your homework and all that stuff. Like, there is a little bit of this kind of lifelong, and I say that because they're like 12, but still, the entirety of their lives, there's this frustration that also adds into this of legitimate things that have bothered her that she has against Yuhi.
Yeah.
And she's almost like, when you're doing something and you're not sure if it's entirely the right decision to do something and you're kind of wavering a little bit, or it's right, but most people think it's wrong. You grab these reasons that are totally true, but might not fit into the situation to justify your own actions.
Yeah. Sure.
And I feel like that's exactly what she was doing there of like, yes, I've had all these things, but these things relatively are kind of minor gripes, but I'm going to use that to back up how bad this looks in what I'm doing and turning against everyone. So I thought that little dynamic, I thought it was really great storytelling.
It is. And then from Yuhi's perspective, he knows that it's probably true. And that's why I further believe now more than ever that he could, to try to prove to her otherwise, he's either going to be the one that saves her or is the one that takes the bullet for her, metaphorically, and becomes or tries to use Monster Reborn. I really, really could see it playing out that way. And then with the Yuki Uemu stuff, Yeah, I mean, it's just so. I mean,
Isn't it great, right? Like you're just racking your brain.
Yeah,
that's all we're all doing, right?
I know. I'm trying to just like figure it out, but it's hard for me to.
I got great character development. I felt in all the duels. I really,
they all
Yeah.
do well.
for better or for worse, I understood these people more that participated in the duels. And, like,
Agreed.
the stuff with Manabu, who I mean, it's well known how I felt about Manabu on this show, but I thought it was a really great episode for him.
Yeah.
And showing what MIK means to him and how he's now been entrusted to kind of carry on secretly the legacy of this company. I thought that was really meaningful of him just at the end squeezing kind of like that name tag of like he's accepting what is his.
Yep.
And he'll probably be the leader completely of this by the end of it. But I like that. And I like what he's talking about of when he was coming up with Bochi and everything and like how he attached himself to this because it gave him meaning. Those things, I like that depth that it adds to a character.
Well, and I also really love like even the small comedic bits that help characterizations, like for Neanderstar, for instance, where like they're offering Manabu the title, and Phaser's like, well, you know, you can grow to even bigger titles. And for a split second, Manabu thinks about it, and then Neanderstar just screams at him. He's like, oh, you almost got me. And like that was a great further way to show that Neanderstar is such a grounding force for Manabu, and has been. Oh, he does need that. I can't imagine him without Neanderstar. And that helps increase the value of Neanderstar's character and her importance as well. So, yeah, you make a good point. It was a really good like character growth episode duels for a lot of these guys.
I also still laugh like just in the simple things. Like every time she's on screen, like on one of those like Zoom calls that they come in, I'm like, this is a cat.
Yeah.
Like there's just something about that. Sometimes I forget about it, and for some reason, I guess because it's been a bit, I'm just watching it and I'm like, this is a damn cat right now that he's Zoom calling.
Yeah.
I like those little levity moments.
Yeah, we haven't seen her human form in a while.
No, and I know Nick T is very upset, but it's all right.
She was talking with Yugioh at the end of her episode. In like the ending shot, not in the little UTS report.
Oh, and that. Okay.
That hasn't been a massive focus on it.
Yeah, which is fine.
She's really upset.
Well, he got Mitsuko. He got Mitsuko.
I did get Mexico.
And big sis basketball.
Big sis basketball.
Oh, big sis.
Hey, listen, man.
This guy.
There's definitely some other stuff that we can.
Sure. There's 3 episodes worth.
I
You wanna talk
know.
about
No, it's done.
It's so funny because like with one episode, like I have a lot of notes in my head and I hyper focus on things.
Manabu's
with
new
3,
maximum.
there's almost Manabu's new maximum. There's almost like so much data that I'm trying to like figure out a good talking point. Actually, something that nobody's brought up is Damamu.
Yeah, it's true. We haven't talked about
It's just because, like, I'm not trying to be mean to Damamu, but I've never cared about this character. And I know they're
he's the wrong
so
person
vital
to
to the
ask
plot,
about.
but I'm
Yeah.
like,
Bro.
I don't care.
No, I
don't
agree with
care.
Pete.
And just to me, when you do, and I know this is part of the story, I get it. But when you do this thing of like, they're cloning and it could be every one of them, so we grab the wrong one, like, when you take me out when you do that. Like, I want it to be the character and not 1,800 copies of them.
That's fair.
Like, just pick the damn character.
Yeah. No, I've never been too hot on Damamu. I mean, I think they are like.
Oh, right. That's how, Colin, that's how that started. Pete hates happy kids. I remember that hashtag. That's right. Thank you.
I mean, they are like funny and goofy, and I think the scene of him playing at the arcade machine,
Yeah.
and then
I knew that's
and then
where
in
they
the-
would be.
Cheating? What was he doing?
No,
to get, like, the
I don't know
power-up?
what he was doing, but in the middle of a manhunt where they got to like save and rescue this guy, Udius is all of a sudden enthralled by
dude,
the arcade
Show me how
machine.
to play.
Yeah.
That
Bro,
man,
you just sometimes. Oh,
I love that man, but
I really do.
he's in his own world.
But
that
that adds to the charm of his
Yeah.
character.
Yeah,
That's also like during the Zayat duel where it's like,
yeah, rooting for Zaya. Zaya, come on, Zaya, you got this. It's like,
It's like I get where
wrong
you're coming
team.
from, bro, but come on.
I was 100% Eppo in that moment. I was like,
What
who's
side are you
teaming
on?
on, dog?
Yeah.
What are you
Let her
doing?
lose miserably. That's
Yeah.
okay.
We didn't see much of. I'm just going through characters. Didn't see much of Yugioh in these 3 episodes, which is fine. We've seen a lot of him.
Just
But the
him
one
roasting Yui.
Well,
he's like
yes.
in one scene, walks down the hallway, he's like, yeah, I don't give a shit what you do.
yeah, dude.
It's
Yui
just,
has
I'm like,
one
I love
line,
this dude.
and he's so iconic.
I know
man, every time.
Yui was like ready for Yugioh to try to stop.
Don't try and
him.
stop me.
And then he's
I
like,
don't care what
dude,
you
I
do.
don't care.
I don't even
like
care.
whatever he does is not gonna matter to the plan.
No.
Like because he's that like, and that's just in Yugioh's mind. He's that like
Perception of it is that
incompetent.
He's so incompetent.
Yeah, he's like whatever. You can do whatever you gotta do.
if we could, I would make that a T-shirt that we sell on the channel. It's just his face, and I don't give a shit what you do. That's all it would be.
That was
whatever
good.
you want.
I'm gonna get the plates for the cake.
Not,
Guys thinking about it.
Wow.
I've been saying they're hungry by looking at this cake, so.
Me too.
I've had a
Me
cookie cake since the last time I
three.
bought you a cookie cake for like your 27th birthday.
But-
Some people said they buy that shirt.
But
yeah, I'd buy that shit.
Dill did say he wanted to talk about Damamu, but didn't actually bring up anything
Why'd you
really
do it?
about what
You love
happened with
Damamu,
Damamu.
so-
Well,
Cal's
I
a big Damamu
Yes,
guy.
I still think that Damamu, and it still seemingly is showing right now, Damamu's importance was going to increase. I've been
Oh,
saying
yeah.
that. I've been saying that from the
been saying
jump.
We're not
for
saying
probably
Damamu's
50
not
episodes.
important, it's just,
Yeah, I mean,
do I care?
I you should with the amount of
Yeah.
power that Damamu has. I mean, with the thing that was interesting was the dark matter, like powder or whatever.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
where-
particles.
Yeah, the DM particles where they just kind of drop them from the sky and she's just paralyzed.
Yeah, it was
Like,
Yeah.
Also, that's interesting for so many reasons too. It's like
we gotta remember, Damamu's also
It's-
Earth Damar. That's
Yeah.
all Damamu is.
Yeah,
Earth
yeah.
Damar, and it's become a human form. I think the idea of the DM particle. Sorry to cut you off. It literally is bringing the Damar out and making it. It's just we said. If I turn this up, it'll turn Damamu back into a liquid, back
right.
into the Damar liquid.
which
right?
supports an idea that we had floated a couple weeks ago about
You
like
remember? I don't remember
the
this
Dark
is.
Matter Empire sort of like, or dark matter in this
Thank
case, the Dark Matter
you
Empire
for
being
It's
sort
like
of
Earth Damar.
yeah,
Or like
an
a
opposite.
It's like the
foil.
opposite,
It's
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. That could work.
It's
That
Which
like-
actually maybe was longer than a couple weeks ago. Because
It might have been
wasn't
a
it
while ago.
when Yumu was abducted and we were talking about the stuff that abducted Yumu? And
Oh.
it's like,
Did she
And-
see it or not?
and the reaction time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which, hey,
Oh.
I'm only saying it now because
He's not here. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think it was then we were like, it's they're sort of opposite types of matter, and that actually does seem to support it if this fermented or dried or something
Yeah.
dark.
She dried it for like 48 hours or
Yeah, I
something,
think
and
like
I was
a
like,
week
all
or
right,
something.
yeah, great,
Yeah.
whatever.
Ground and
Yeah,
dried
whatever you
or
want.
something. Yeah.
also, when they're running through like the city and they show a bunch of different like city shots when they're looking for Damamu.
Yeah.
You ever notice that the shop that they have up, it just has a bunch of DM cards on the front of the store?
Yeah, Pot
it was
of
like
Greed
pot of
and all
it was
that.
like pot of greed.
Classic.
The
Dark
one
Magician, Blue Eyes.
what's the
Graceful Charity.
Thank you, Grace
Yeah.
of Charity. I
Charity
couldn't think
The
of the
one
name
with
of
the
it.
angel with the
Yep.
hand.
Yeah, I was like,
That was
I was looking at it, I'm like, I recognize all those cards.
I know those cards.
Classic, dude.
That's a little like throwback to DM.
Yeah, yeah,
The
exactly.
original cards. Yeah, I think they were in rush form too.
Mhm.
Pretty
Yeah,
sure,
it's
yeah.
nice when they
ran
do
out of
little
paper.
things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Why'd you? Why,
This
I
why-
immediately saw the
This
pot of
guy
greed.
is something else, dude.
I really want a pot of great tattoo.
Yeah, yeah.
I might.
September 13th, Friday.
I'm at a wedding.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I will just go. I'll have Tomek do it.
I don't know who that is.
Like the guys.
Why are there
Oh.
regular plates and not paper plates?
I think I'm gonna.
He
get
didn't do
a-
the
I'm gonna get a dragon for
That
the
would be
top
hard.
arm.
You still have to get the. Oh, you don't have the flame tattoo, bro.
I don't have to get
Oh, he's
that.
got a
you
flame
got-
tattoo.
you gotta
Yeah,
get-
Soul
the
Soul
Soul
Burner's
Burner.
not in the
Soul
show.
Burner.
Not yet.
I said I would. First of all, I said I would get a fire-related
Cal-
tattoo,
Cal-
and Dylan got it to
Cal,
be
I'll
something
make you,
it wasn't.
Cal, I'll make you a deal right now. If you get flame, I'll get eye.
Eye's probably a cooler tattoo
It is.
though.
But no,
Because
flame's
that,
actually
that
cooler.
purple and
The
like
purple,
blue,
black,
black.
and
Yeah.
Purple. And
Yeah.
What?
Dill, you're gonna get who you getting? You get lightning?
Dylan can get Earth.
Okay.
Ah,
The-
what-
the
nothing
lame-
because it's laser.
The
Yeah.
lamest one.
No, you would get nothing because he's
That's a
gone.
joke. You would have get a tattoo. You think it's right
Your
here?
post
Earth,
says
right-
you-
oh,
What if?
where'd you
What
go?
if? What if? Would this
You could do
qualify?
him split in half.
Would this make somebody like
This is bad.
a
This is gonna be bad.
psychopath if they got a full back tattoo of the scene of Earth getting
Yes.
disintegrated by
Yes.
Soul Tech?
Yes.
You didn't really ask that, did you?
Yes.
Even though 99% of the planet would have no idea what that is, the people that do,
He's so
yes,
funny.
you're a psycho.
Dude, that would be such a cool interaction to be like,
Yo, what's your tattoo
yeah,
about?
and then you explain it like, oh,
Hell, even I'll make it lesser. Never mind a tattoo. If you were streaming one day and I saw that as a framed picture on the wall behind you, I go, "You're out of your mind. There's something wrong with you."
No, I would never. But while I cut the cake to keep it Go Rush, what got confirmed on Monday,
Yes.
Go Rush World coming to Duel Links
Duel
October
Links.
1st.
Hey,
yeah.
now you gotta get in.
Would
Now
love
you gotta
would
get
love
in.
would
This
love
guy's gonna get in.
would love to know your thoughts, some characters you think will come.
I'll go
Would love
first
to know
because
your thoughts.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, get in there,
October
Judge.
1st, Go Rush World coming to Duel Links. I
Yeah.
started Duel Links,
Yeah.
back when Sevens kind of came out, Sevens World.
you've been on it.
Now I'm on Master Duel. I'm getting hooked to the grind. It's bad.
Oh no.
But yeah, no, that's very exciting.
Judge hasn't
You know,
talked to Nicole in weeks.
truthfully. No, so I think obviously
She wants it that
you'll get
way.
Udius, Yuhi, and Yumu as your first 3, and then we'll get our unlockables. I think does everyone start with 3, Dill? 2 or 3 usually? 3 or 4. So I would say Yuhi, Yumu, Udius. I think those are your first 3, and then you can have some unlockables. I do wonder with the speed of it, are they going to come out faster because the show's not over yet at that point? But very exciting to play. You know, use fusion in Rush World, you presume. So very excited for that. Going to be fun stream. We do that. Yep.
Why'd you breathe on the plate? Okay. So, as long as it's yours.
Yeah, I don't want to see my plate.
Weirdo. Oh God. Sorry. I kind of.
Yeah.
I love how you're directly like in my life. It's okay.
Your head was actually covering him.
You're the one on the channel, bud. It's your channel.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna speak right now. You're
All right,
just
Cal, you can
hanging
go.
around
Should we
the
read
edge of the
some-
screen.
What do
Actually,
you?
no, let's do some donos. Do some donos.
Do you want to do some donos?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cal, start running
Do some
them.
donos.
Do you want me to start on
Yeah.
the link, Dill?
Run them up.
Yeah.
Run it up.
I always enjoy, and he always hates this. I enjoy watching him cut.
Yeah. Did you see how long it
It's-
took him to open the
Yeah.
actual container?
It's the easiest. I almost opened. It almost
Yeah.
popped off
It took
in the
at
car.
least 10 seconds.
Jesus Lord.
Dude.
Oh God.
You know what's worse? He's giving us.
Look
this
at the way he's cutting. Look
Actually,
at
no,
this.
no,
I
you
know.
got a pretty
Dude,
solid
it's-
piece though.
it's
Hey,
like-
good job.
All right.
That's what friends are for.
You're such a brown nose.
Yeah.
Dude. It's crazy.
All right. So
I gotta get that Vanguard password. So.
I can wait.
I keep waiting. So
Sorry, Professor.
We got $2 donation from Dark Emperor J.
Thank you.
And random question: what was the best birthday present you ever got? We're gonna start with Pete.
Oh, thanks.
Wow.
God, best birthday present I ever got.
Bad memory for shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Honestly, I guess my best were birthday like experiences. Like hang out with my friends and
Oh,
doing
I-
like
I-
some themed birthday party at the bowling alley or something like that.
I only had a few of those.
I think I know actually. I remember my birthday party. It had snowed the day before, like I think a foot. And I invited like everyone over. We had
That
a
was a good
snowball fight. My mom made cookies,
dude.
and we somehow got pizza delivery that day. I don't know that poor pizza delivery
Poor
guy.
guy. I hope he tipped him well.
I no, probably I don't remember. But no, and then we stayed up to like 4 a.m. I jumped down my stairs with pillow. It was dude,
I
that
miss
was
those- I miss
that's a
those
core
cookies,
memory, a
dude.
core
That was
birthday
one of
party memory.
actually-
Not a gift, but
Was that the same
right?
night you
One
punched
of the
DJ?
best-
That's the night. So
No,
DJ
that's
producer,
different.
no, same night. Producer DJ decided he was gonna just start yelling out the clock.
It was deserved.
It's 3:23 because 3 + 2 + and he just kept. And I literally, I'm laying down trying to sleep. It was like,
Like DJ,
10 dudes.
One more time, you're getting hit.
Like DJ, you say it one more time. There's dead silence in my house because it's 3 a.m.
I think it was even later,
He
dude.
literally
It was like
started
3:43.
breathing like a number. He was like, by the time he got to 3, I was just punching him in the arm as hard as I could. He was like, stop, and he was like, help me, and everyone was like scared to death.
The
And
entire
then
room.
silent.
Yeah, the
No,
entire room
I
got
honestly,
so
I
quiet.
wanted the quiet, so I was really happy you did it.
And then we ended up going to sleep after that. But
The entire room got.
I
dead
was so
silent.
tired.
did
I was
DJ
like, dude,
after that.
shut up,
DJ,
dude.
DJ knew better at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the same night Dylan was in we had a little back room with a gaming console.
Yeah.
And Dylan was on GTA and told me, Dredger, I can't kill all the cops. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm trying to kill the cops. He's in GTA trying to kill the cops, and they just keep respawning. He doesn't understand why. Because he's like, he was on a sugar high. He must have like too much candy.
It's like
or
they
something.
started falling through the floors.
Yeah. It was.
That guy lost it.
Did you go in for Pete?
I'm okay for now.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
Well, thank you guys for the cake. I appreciate it.
Enjoy. Thank
Yeah, I
you,
don't
thank
know.
you.
I
Happy
don't know
birthday.
if I have an answer for that. No.
I don't remember any like
Gifts.
crazy gift. Like I've always enjoyed any gift I've gotten. I just
Yeah.
don't think of like one that stands out.
Probably a Rangers game one was cool. That sounds familiar. I probably want to do a couple Rangers game now. Well, you definitely have one.
Yeah.
Nah, there's
Every
good
maybe this
Good
amazing
answer. Good answer.
denim jacket with all these things
Yeah.
that she sewed
That
in.
was awesome.
Oh, that
So
was
it's got
sick.
it's got like the Bloodborne Game Over
Actually-
logo, the Jersey Devil, Mets, Jets.
That made me think of one. So it's very simplistic, but so for part of my birthday gift this past year, it was part of the Disney trip. Nicole had paid for, so part of the Disney trip, and she's like, I didn't get anything. I'm like, that's part of the Disney trip. That was great. And then she pulls out and she shows, she's like, I have this one thing. And I pull out, and it's the Dredgenator sign that she made.
Yeah.
That was so cool. I remember being like, this is like the coolest thing ever. It might be recency bias, but That was really cool for me. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, I love that sign, and
Yeah.
I remember when Vree was making that jacket.
Yeah.
That jacket,
And
yeah.
she was
She was, like,
texting me,
sending us
the updates
Yeah.
of like, do you think this would be good? Blah blah blah. And I was like, he's gonna love it, man.
Yeah, I loved
It's
it.
this article of clothing you own.
Especially
Definitely.
too that like
Yeah.
she did it. Like she
Yeah.
made that. I think
Yeah,
is
it took
really
hours.
cool.
Patches, she found
Yeah.
the jacket. Like,
Very thoughtful gift.
Good answer.
Yeah. My parents have given me some great ones over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've given you the best gift, your life.
wow.
That's right.
Well said.
That's right. Yeah, cool. Well,
And
Dark
what
Emperor
have you
Jay,
done with it?
Thank you so much. You seem to really enjoy that one.
Listen.
Can Caliber, like...
I know. What's wrong?
Is it bother you that he sits a little close to you?
Yes. Elaine, thank you for the $2 donation. September 12th is Udius's birthday. Also, Arthur, Udius's voice actor's birthday is September 12th. On Twitter, Arthur wished Udius happy birthday, which was cool. I called it. I said once one of the Darkmen get contact fusion, they would win a duel. That's right. Zaya did use contact fusion. Elaine was
They
right
won.
about that. And it makes sense, right? Power scaling. That's like the next level they could have gone to. Yeah.
So Udius and his voice actor share a birthday?
I guess so.
Interesting.
Yeah. Arthur Lounsbury.
Who's
The Japanese voice actor.
what?
What was his name?
Arthur Lounsbury. He's Japan. I want to say he's Japanese and British.
Oh.
You know I'm confused, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I made sure.
Yeah.
And he speaks
Um,
Japanese.
He also, I'm pretty sure he speaks fluent English as well. And I remember I DM'd him on Instagram like a year ago to try to get him on the channel for like an
Good try.
interview.
Right.
But he didn't answer, which is, he's the protagonist of one of the main shows.
Well,
Of course.
when you
I meant, he's talking to the cat. What's the show called? The thing. I'm
segment?
trying.
voices from the shadow
Voice,
realm.
thank you, Pete. I was having a stroke thing.
I didn't even know what you were
Holy-
talking
I'm getting
about.
old.
Yeah.
I'm getting old, man. I can't even think, dude.
But hey, when you gain another 100,000 subs, then you'll have enough notoriety to bring him on.
Well, this was a debate I
He's
had
looking
with
at
chat.
it.
The Studio Gallup headquarters, very small building. Like it looks like a home.
Galloper Bridge.
Gallup,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
very small. So I asked my chat if I flew to Japan and I showed up at the studio,
There we go.
knocked on the door
Oh, yes, you did say that.
with a translator, and I was very kind. I was like, hey, like I just want to let you know, like my name is blah blah blah. I run this channel. I would love to interview someone who worked on Yu-Gi-Oh. People in my stream thought that would be like an international incident, and and it would be like, yeah, I don't think
You would get outright denied. You wouldn't have a prayer,
They wouldn't even
but
throw
it wouldn't be an international incident.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah,
that's-
no.
I think it's
They would just be like, "Sir, please just exit the property."
Oh, my-
holy shit.
There it is.
Are you kidding me?
I like how he did that with such shock.
Oh my.
There's not. Joe, wait, real quick.
there's not
Just
a-
so you
there's
know,
not a
guys,
bunch
what
of
you're
things
about
up.
to see is very interesting. To say the.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, I don't have words, man.
Are you kidding
That's
me?
crazy.
All right. Well,
Wow.
That's here now. that's here now.
That is.
I got nothing.
If you don't know,
Wait, go. How tall is that?
Yeah.
It's.
Is it light? It's almost light. If
can you-
it was upright, like, because he's a little tall.
Yeah, Chad. If you don't know, that is
Can you
that is
give me some context?
that is a photoshopped DAC that you see in the chat, one of your mods, with an Aaron Rodgers jersey on. So if you
I got no-
obviously
what even
you
is-
probably don't know what he looks like, most of you. That is Dak on a cardboard cutout in Dylan's house.
How did this become a thing? Because I'm so confused.
Yeah, I mean,
that is crazy.
I'm make sure it's like exact height. Like,
There's got to be the other piece, right?
There might be one. I just couldn't find it when I was taking that out, and I was trying to be quick.
I mean,
What did you have that in your room?
that's incredible.
I also
No, it
love.
was in the garage.
I also love how Dak has a Jurassic Park snapback hat on in the picture.
Oh, maybe Rodgers would wear that.
Yeah.
You don't know.
wait, is that Dak's watch or is that Aaron Rodgers' watch? I forget Dak's watch.
I'm
No, it's Aaron
gonna,
Rodgers.
I'm gonna tell my family members when they ask, like they see Aaron
You
Rodgers, they're
gotta
gonna.
take a pic, send this to your parents. Say, well, look, it's Aaron Rodgers.
No. I'm just gonna tell them that was like the kicker for the Jets when we made the championship game in 2010.
They're gonna love that.
Right? Doesn't he look like a kicker?
Yeah, actually.
He
could
looks
be a
like he
kicker.
could have been the kicker.
Yeah, he
I'm
could
just
be a
gonna say, yeah, that was Mike Nugent, the kicker of the Jets. and there's
Mike
gonna,
Nugent.
There's gonna well,
You're out of your
nobody
mind.
knows what Mike Nugent looks like. There's gonna be family members who believe that that's
Yeah,
what, that
'cause
was
no
the
one could
Jets
Google
kicker. Nobody would bother. That is Dak, I
That's
don't.
a good birthday gift. Hey, definitely
That's
something
unbelievable.
you haven't seen before.
That was one of the craziest things that's ever come down these basement stairs.
Okay.
And I
And
want
we've
you to
seen the big
look
cutout
around.
of your face.
Now change the answer to your question.
Ray, I'm sorry.
That's why I was bringing it down.
Wow. That's actually
That's
hey,
crazy.
Dak,
Dak,
That's
thank
incredible.
you. I genuinely don't really know what to say. Thank you. I mean, this will always be displayed.
In the background of these streams.
Well, you got to do now for your next Twitch stream. Pete, definitely put it because there's people in the Twitch chat who'll never see this if they don't. You got to put that
You
over
have
there
to put it
too.
over there, too.
It's got to be in
Oh,
everything
Lord.
now.
That might have to be a Twitch redeem as well. Dak
Oh my God, yes.
As long as you get
the
the stand to make it easier.
I need a stand. Do you
I
know?
think there's one in there. I have to check.
Oh my God.
I mean, this is-
How did this get
As
here?
is-
Like, how did this happen?
I guess you were involved.
How did he calibrate or Bree?
Well, it was under my name so that you wouldn't open the package.
Magic.
I mean that.
That's in your house.
When I tell family members and like
Here we go. He's still on.
friends
Yeah.
that don't know Dak, I'm going to tell them that that's like one of the Jets' best kickers. He
Now, what happens
He helped kick the Jets
in the
to
event
the AFC title
that
game.
like you have the whole family over,
Dean
right?
calls you out. He's
And
like, no,
Dean
it's
literally
Dean-
goes.
Dean and my parents won't believe that.
Yeah.
Dean also, I think, knows what Dak looks like.
Right. So
Yeah.
then, what are you going to do in that moment? What if he buries you?
Oh well, that I'll just say it was a gag birthday gift. Oh no, Dean would go along with me.
Dean would what? Dean
Yeah.
would go until he's dead.
Yeah,
He goes
Dean
along
would
with
say,
certain
yeah,
things.
when he made that kick in 2009, and I was 13
He's
years
the
old.
biggest shit stirrer
Dean is great.
ever.
Dean is great, man.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about that.
All
right, well, that's-
unbelievable, man.
that-
Unbelievable.
That's forever in your house.
You
though.
know what's concerning though, right? So there's one of Cal, the Calzo. There's one that Dill you have. Now we have Dak. I'm scared for the three of us.
I think we're okay.
We're the
It's
only
over.
three left.
Nah, we're not
don't.
cardboard cutout eligible. I think.
Oh, okay.
Why not?
I think we're okay.
Well, you have the photo of you, royalty. You and
Oh,
Nicole.
I do technically have. Oh my
You-
God,
it's a great one.
right.
That was a gift.
yeah.
Oh.
Actually, I think
You know what's
almost
more
none of the
embarrassing?
chat
I
knows
have
that.
it in the bedroom.
Yeah.
It's in there.
That's the horrifying thing.
There's
yeah.
been times I'm in
That's
that
the-
bedroom.
That's the greatest
and
part about it.
I'm in the bedroom. You know, I'm in the bedroom.
Intimate
And I look up and I see that and I
This
go,
motherfucker, dude.
and it just.
Judge-
I got nothing.
if
I'm
I'm
like,
Judge
I'm done.
looks at that before he goes to
correctly.
bed every night and goes, "I'm a king."
No,
I
that's not what I
remember
do.
Nicole originally had told me that it was on the ceiling for a little bit, so you could look at it
No,
while laying down,
no,
and then you
no.
decided to move it to the wall.
No,
For safety.
that's definitely
See, I was thinking more in the sense of just waking up every day, like going to work, and like you look over, the
Just
sun's
a
rising
heavy
through the
sigh.
window,
Yeah.
and that's there.
I won't lie to you. At this point, I don't even know it's there. Like it's just kind of part of the room. I don't like look at the walls very often, so like it's
You
just
try
there.
not to now.
Every once in a while, I go, "Oh shit, that's there," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh."
But you appreciate it.
It's definitely one of the most interesting gifts I've ever got. Yeah.
I love it. I think. It's a
Oh,
great
it's cool. It's very cool, but
Holy crap, man!
it definitely can ruin the mood sometimes.
Well, Dak, thank you.
That's dude. Tyler actually hit me. That's good. That's really. I got cooked.
Damn, he got you good.
What'd he
He got
say?
you good there.
Tyler said Nick T doesn't have to worry because a cutout of him would have to show up to Dylan's stream.
Yeah, it's good.
Dude,
you
that's,
got him
you
good.
got me.
You got him good.
You got me. That's really good, dude.
That-
That's amazing.
That is good.
actually.
That's good stuff.
really
That's good. That's good.
Well, you were there for the Paper Mario stream.
Yeah,
That was 24 hours.
I think that may be the
Was
only
that
stream
the
this
last
year.
one?
you-
No,
No, I
you
mean,
came to
that's-
one of my streams like a month or
objectively
two ago.
false.
You were in one of my streams a month or two ago.
I think I did stop by. For
Yeah,
like 10
You're
everyone
gonna-
was so excited.
You're
to see
going to be
you.
part of the Bloodborne 24/7 stream.
Oh, that one. When is
Yeah,
that
when
again?
is that again? I need that. I need to know.
So you're
that.
doing
a
it
date.
24 hours, 7 days a week?
No, 24 hours.
Oh.
Friday, September 27th. So if you could
Oh,
come by
yeah.
during the 28th, Saturday in the day,
I can do that.
my character will be beefed
I
up. We'll
forgot
go
that
back
that's the day.
and take on the cleric
I can make
beast.
that happen.
I might join you that Friday night. Hang
What,
out.
yeah, what are you doing? What do you need me for? Should we do a little Fortnite? Morning Fortnite with Dredge again?
No, I'm trying to beat
doing
Bloodborne.
a whole
I
day.
know, I know.
You know that's
Morning
gonna be
Fortnite.
that's gonna be very difficult, man. Because
Bloodborne?
like you do a 24-hour stream playing a game like that,
You
the
should-
more tired you get, the worse
He's
you are.
already, like very
was,
good at it.
I was amazing at that game, but I haven't,
Haven't played in
6
years.
Yeah.
Dude, I guarantee he's gonna pick it up like nobody's.
I think it might come back to me.
Well, he played
It's
Elden
actually
Ring,
not
so it
fair.
helps.
I kind of want to try this Bloodborne
Yeah.
game now.
It's incredible,
It's
man.
very. It's
Judge, you should play Elden Ring.
I would end up being good at Elden Ring. I'd figure it out.
Yeah, I think you should play
It-
on stream.
No, see that's different. That's no. I don't need to be. I'm gonna get murdered for a while.
His
gotta
controller
learn.
budget would go through the roof.
Yeah.
I think for me, I've accepted that my video game days in terms of being good are
Skill.
behind me.
Same here.
and
Nope.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I recently came to this thing about like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, I think I might be washed.
No one, The Witcher.
Just in everything.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
what about Mad?
mad and all that stuff. Like, I used to be really good, and now I'm just average. And I'm like, you know what? I can't devote the same time to this
No.
anymore. And I'm like, I'm okay with it.
As long as you enjoy the
Yeah,
game.
and
gotta have
I'm
fun.
having fun with it, and I'm like, it's okay. It'll be all right.
Yeah,
We'll be
it's
fine.
fine.
That's like even me. I went back to Fortnite. I it was probably right before this new season came out because I was so annoyed at the last. I
Well,
started
you're
like,
still
building.
God, so that's different.
No, even I could tell like there's just things I can't do like I used to. Even building, when I went back to building, was editing and stuff, and like I can still do it reasonably well. But like some of these like 11-year-olds, man, I don't know what drugs
play
they're
all
on,
day.
but they're insane.
They
Like,
play
it's
all day.
crazy.
They're on
It's good stuff,
Adderall.
man. Is it?
You know, there
I
is.
know what drugs these kids
Dill,
are.
you
It's
had to
cold
you had to
drugs.
understand there is a
Yeah,
moment
Adderall.
on this podcast that it's been a long time. We're
shoot.
kind of transitioning out of the after dark
Yeah.
phase, so there's still
are
elements are in there.
I'm aware.
You and Donos, we got lost.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's going to throw us off the rest of the evening. This Dak cutout here is throwing me off.
Elaine, thank you for the donation. That was about Udius and Arthur's birthday, and
Right.
that
And it
somehow-
somehow went into that.
And now
Well,
Dak-
blame Dak.
I will blame Dak.
Yeah.
Mitsuko, thank you for the 333. Appreciate the donation, Mitsuko. Looks like I'm working for the Dark Matter Empire alongside Zayat, Sabuus, Bruya, and this weird blonde guy, whatever his name is. I mean, he's not Zuijo. There's definitely not a Zuijo here. Who even is this Zuijo? Ah, stirs curry quietly. Yeah, Mitsuko had a very funny,
Lulu.
unhinged moment. And now she's working under Zuijo again.
Yeah.
And so it's
Yeah.
crazy.
They'll have a
Also-
moment again, and he'll ignore her again.
Or
Crazy
she'll
twist
have a
of fate.
moment and perceive him as being a part of that moment.
Yeah, of
but he's not really.
Bro,
This is not going to end well for Mitsuko.
it already hasn't
Just
ended.
give
when
her a
she-
little bit of hope, man.
What's worse is it ended poorly
No
for her, which
hope.
it shouldn't have because it wasn't Zuijo's fault. And now it's getting poorly again because he came back.
You know, if I'm Big Sis Basketball, doesn't she have like even a slight bit of
had an
obligation
obligation to tell her,
to
yeah.
like tell her like, hey, it's
Hey.
time to move on, girl. You're a 9 she is, a 9-foot woman. You will have no issue
Yeah.
getting
Yeah,
another
they're
guy.
I mean, hey,
Kill for that.
There-
I get it. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, that was good. I knew it was.
Hey, we got to get rid of Nick T, man. We got to get him out.
Hey, cut it out. That's crazy.
I mean, really, doesn't Big Sis Pete have some obligation?
I think we know what her
Kinda
character
girls,
is.
Big
yeah,
sis,
and
another one.
she kind of just carefree,
Yeah.
just chilling. I don't know if they have that kind of relationship. It is what it is. Listen, I think there's some people you can't talk out of those situations, and I think Mitsuko kind of knows that this is Yugioh, but kind of is dealing with the rejection from last time. So it's like, nah, it's not him. It's totally not
Couldn't be
him.
him.
To handle, yeah, well, he doesn't want you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's an
Response.
element of that. So, but I'm interested to see them have 1 or 2 lines probably in the next 5 episodes or so.
Yeah.
Now that they work together.
Well, I'm sure it'll be good comedy. Mitsuko, thank you.
You just hit a child in the audience.
What?
Crystal,
love you back.
Crystal Colden, thank you for the Go Rush donation of 888. Thank you,
Thank
Crystal.
you, Crystal.
Well, is my boy Yuhi getting a win this arc? The episodes 119 to 121 were
Wah,
fine,
wah.
not special, yet twin telepathy. Telepathy lore in 119. Can I get more Odo twins lore next, please? I'll take that over a solid villain Yuhi arc at this point. I thought we got some pretty good lore in 119, Crystal, and I think we are going to get more as this show progresses. I do feel like Yuumu and Yuhi, there is still a lot left to be explored with them, and like obviously you have Udius there, but I still think that Yuhi is probably going to be Yuumu's biggest hurdle in terms of executing this plan correctly, whether it's against her or whether it's like to take it from her. I still think we're going to get a lot there with Yuhi and Yuumu. I still feel pretty good about that. I'm also of the belief, and I've said this since the very beginning, aka the end of season 2, I do not think there is any chance that Yuumu is Otis or becomes Otis.
Okay.
I have it at a 0% chance.
0.
And I've said 0. You can go back at the end of season 2.
No.
I-
You have.
Yeah.
You have.
I think it could
you're
be-
not
I don't-
consistent. I'm not saying you're not consistent,
I don't
but
know.
0
Zero's a little.
It could be like at least 1%.
I am so it could be
Dude,
at least
I hate
one.
this guy, dude. I
but-
hate him so much.
But I am just that confident that it is not going to be Yuumu. I'm that confident. And it goes beyond even the voice, right?
that as a
Because
face.
you could use a voice changer, I get that, but it's not going to be Yuumu.
Yeah, I think
not.
I tend to. I don't know if I go 0%.
I go 0.
But I do tend to agree with you that when you debut this quote unquote take this direction this far from the end of the show, probably not how it's going to end.
Yeah.
And I actually agree with you. I don't know if this will happen, but I could see Yugioh being that selfless guy, protecting the Odos and being like, "Listen, I'll do it. You know, I'll take on this.
Yep.
We don't know where his Valkyrian people are going to stand by the end of the show. Hell, maybe they stay in that dark matter wall forever, and none of them could be officially brought back.
Oh my.
And he's like, I got nothing left anyway. At least let me do something to save people that I care about.
Yep.
I can see him doing
Well,
that.
the Valkyrians are brought back. All the Dark Men are dead, and they're starting to get more like personalities and stuff. So like that gets a little more scary.
Yep.
You know,
They're awakening.
You could have a lot of combos about that. Crystal, thanks for being a channel member for 26 months. 26 months. Happy belated birthday to Dylan and to JR, and happy 2 years of me. Happy 2 years of me supporting this guy's Funko Wall. Thank you, Crystal.
Well, don't be happy
Thank you,
about
Chris.
supporting the Funko Wall. It's a serious problem that we don't have to delve into.
I won't
again.
lie to you. It
It is
I
at the
did-
ceiling.
You're actually physically almost out of room.
Yeah, you have 3 spots
You
left
did
there.
get Yuji.
And
I got a good. I got a good.
What'd you
deal
get
on
now?
it.
Tay, what was the deal? How much?
It was $12.
oh my
From
god,
where?
Hot Topic.
you bought it.
You got all the hot cakes.
Did
No.
you
no.
buy it in person?
I did buy it in person. Yes.
Where were you at?
Woodbridge Mall.
Yeah, when was that? During
During
lunch
my
again?
lunch. I got lunch.
How long was the lunch?
30 minutes.
You sure?
Of course.
Free lunch nap.
My pre-lunch nap doesn't happen when I'm in the office.
Yeah, it totally doesn't.
Well, wait, what does
We
happen
can't
when
hear
you're in the
Dredge,
office?
so don't pretend Dredge isn't
When you're in
talking.
the office, whoa.
Well, no, I mean,
What was
really.
that picture? What were you doing on the computer at work?
I was studying the new Mario Party maps that are coming into
and
the
who took
game.
that picture?
That doesn't matter.
I,
Just know
And
that
it does matter.
No, just know that I. And Nick, can you describe that picture to the people watching?
it's an. It's like an over-the-shoulder shot. It's Dylan at his computer chair in front of I think it's 2 monitors.
2 monitors.
Two monitors at his place of work at the office.
Yeah, literally at the office.
And it's him, studying the Mario Party.
I know for a fact you weren't able to talk anyone into taking that picture, and you set it up, put a timer, and did that because
on what? What is it?
there's no way you would risk showing people how little work you do at the office.
It was on lunch.
No, it wasn't.
Now each monitor had a different map, and it's very important.
Why
to
do you have
study
that many monitors?
It's only 2.
I have 2 monitors.
He's got
at work.
4, so don't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I thought he had 6.
No, I have 3 for work and 3 for not.
You're
work.
right. He's got 3.
There you go.
he has
He has
6,
6.
yeah.
But like I don't use them all the same. Well, never mind.
But still, having that, I very often described you as the
guy's
guy
got
from
multitask.
Matrix 2. When Keanu Reeves walks into the room and it's like the creator of the Matrix,
Oh, yeah, the
that is
Alpha or whatever
Calibro.
his
That is
name is.
literally Calibro.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Is he good
man.
looking?
No, he's old.
He's an old man
I'll take it.
in a white suit.
No.
Oh yeah, I'll take that.
C. Sanadvan, thank you for the $2 donation. Hope you've been well, C. Sanadvan. Dylan in his iceberg video. I met Roger Slifer about 3 years ago. He gave me a tour of 4K Media. He was a really nice guy and a pleasure to meet. Yeah, you know what? And he did. Well, actually, dude doesn't realize the man has been passed since 2015. Oof. So I was wrong about that. It was not Roger Slifer. I'm actually not 100% sure if he actually did pass away or not. He may have, but it was not Roger Slifer. It was Mark Kirk, who was the VP at the time. I got the two of them confused.
Oh, that's who you met
So
at the-
yeah, because he was named on an
Yeah, Mark.
iceberg video. Yeah, actually
Well,
you
I
met
met
him.
Mark, yeah.
Yes, that's who I got him confused with. Because he gave me the tour along with Michelle, but I actually did. I don't know if that's true or not. If he passed away, Roger Slifer was someone who worked on Yu-Gi-Oh,
And they named,
and they named Osiris to Slifer,
For
the
him.
Sky Dragon.
was he giving unsanctioned tours of 4K facilities?
Is that a Barrett Letty reference? Barrett called me on Sunday.
Yeah, while we were
and
all
left
together.
a voice message of him singing, and I never got back to him.
Yeah,
That's
I
so
mean,
mean.
what else was there to honestly say?
There was nothing else to say.
Yeah.
Nothing else to say. Did somebody in chat confirm if he actually passed
Angie
or
said
not?
that. Yes.
Wow,
2015.
That's crazy. Yeah. Well, I didn't realize he was passed, so that actually.
It was an accident.
Yeah, I'll have to update that in the comments, but yeah, it was Mark
Just go
Kirk.
dub it in the YouTube post. Be like, Mark
Use some AI. No, you could just make a pinned comment.
Yeah, I'll make a pin comment.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. I don't I don't know why.
Slip-ups happen. It was a 4-hour and 20-minute video.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you, even editing that by the end of it, dude, I was like, I was just
losing it.
Yeah, dude.
I felt when I edited the 2019 Jump Festa, set over 7 hours of footage.
Yeah.
I was burnt.
Yeah.
That was it.
That's brutal. Jack, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hi, guys. Hope you are well. We're doing well, Jack. Appreciate you.
Thank you,
I'm
Jack.
trying to get back into the TCG for Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm going through the multiverse stuff with Kang. I've been rewatching OG 3 Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. Yeah, wow. So you're rewatching Duel Monsters GX and 5Ds. That's very cool.
Classic.
Yeah, Jack. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, I don't I don't know. I imagine getting back into the TCG is probably going to be very difficult, but Jack is a smart guy. He's played meta before, so it probably won't be too hard of a jump
got
for
this,
him.
dude.
I gotta get a
You
water.
can do it.
Yeah.
Where you going?
See you, dude.
All right, thanks for
We're
joining us.
losing members on this podcast.
Hey, see you Monday, bro.
Shit.
Calibro, the next donation.
Yeah,
Okay.
Who we got?
Solid Snack tip $2.
Thank you.
Solid Snack said, these eps were good. Glad to have Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Back. Can't wait to see the special Friday stream for it, too.
Sora, I appreciate you. I saw your video today. Thank you so much, my man. Yeah, very, very happy to be back. Very happy to be
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm moderately happy to be back.
Yeah, it's like a.
Hey, for you, that's like very happy.
That's right.
What does that mean?
Kevin,
no
thank you
joy.
for the $5 Australian dollars.
being happy to be here.
Right.
Kevin, thank you for the $5 Australian dollars. Who do y'all think would win in a duel between Alexis, Rhodes, and Yuzu? I'm the only one that's seen Arc 5, so I'm the only one that can answer
I know.
this one.
I kind of know what Yuzu's about.
Yeah, I would. Oh, jeez.
Tough call. Tough call.
She has a better deck.
Yeah, but I try not to look at the deck because then all the newer shows would beat all the older shows.
Yeah, but Oscar, how good was Oscar in GX, bro?
Not
She
very
was
good.
great.
How good was Yuzu in Arc 5?
Not very good.
Exactly. So we go with a better deck. There you go.
Well,
Apparently.
that's a really tough
They
one.
don't like television before.
I think I would pick
I would take Yuzu.
Yuzu. Yeah,
Yeah.
by a very slim margin. Very slim margin.
Probably a smart decision.
Yeah.
Unless you happen to be outside a dormitory in the middle of the night.
Right. Correct.
Then
Correct.
maybe you would take Miss Rhodes.
That's right.
In that situation.
That's right.
Anything
That's
good?
what I thought he was talking about.
No.
Good,
You're
good.
thinking of the one that Dylan had the mouse pad.
Yes, yeah, that's who I thought he was talking about.
Oh,
He was thinking of a Shizu.
I thought you were talking about a Shizu.
I never had a mouse pad for. I ordered
Well,
it for you.
It's a game mat,
I
right?
also have
for
not
cards?
seen.
Where
I have
is
not.
that game?
I have not seen it since I moved.
That's a lie because
probably
I
in the
remember
garage.
since you've been here, we've looked at it a couple times.
I don't.
I've
You
not
pulled
seen
it. It was not on a stream, but you've pulled it out
I
and
think
been like,
here-
"Oh
I
yeah,
think that was
Nick T calls me to buy this." I'm like,
I remember at
I
my
don't.
parents' house, but I don't know where it is.
That was
here.
a great
That story gets
game,
warped
man.
because it was
Wow.
only the three of us,
Yeah.
and you 100% bought it.
I floated the
You bought
as an idea as a joke, and then you
I did not
literally
think you
went
were
to
joking.
Amazon and bought it.
I
You
didn't think
bought
you
it.
were joking.
Because you said she was aesthetically
Dill, if
pleasing.
you
No.
find it, I'll give
Nice.
you $3 for it.
Yeah, you get offered 300. I have no idea where it is. I genuinely
Well,
have
when
not
you
seen
find
it.
it, I'll
If
give
you
you
guarantee
found
it's
it.
over there.
It's in a box.
Oh, are you going to commit
Maybe.
to that? If you find it, will you
$3.
sell it to him for $3?
Sure.
All right, there you
I don't
So you
believe
guys
him.
gotta shake
Yeah.
it.
I don't believe him.
I don't know where it is, so you can go looking for it.
go.
I'm leaving.
But it has to be in this house before I move to Delaware.
Yeah, I've cleaned this basement multiple times.
I'd be shocked if it's down here.
Could be in the garage.
Could be gone since his parents moved out of that house.
Maybe Nick T stole it this whole time. Is playing dumb.
You have the mouse?
I do have the game mat. Yeah, you got me.
Okay. Rovian Space Poem Fan 420, thank you for the $2 donation. Rovian may have made her mistakes and lost, but she's still the most horrific character in the show. I miss her space poems. Yeah, well,
I agree.
the one beautiful thing about, of course, this podcast being back is Rovian Space Poem Fan 420 donates
Love
again.
that. I love the 420.
And then, of course, we have Mommy Manabu with the $2 donation. I am the mommy of MIK. MIK's legacy is with me, and I fully restored my status as a good character. Manabu
was a good
certainly
episode.
has
I don't know how I
made
feel about that username.
Mommy Manabu.
I agree with all of it.
Didn't he call himself a mommy in one of the
Yeah.
episodes?
Mama.
I didn't sit
Mama.
well with me then, and doesn't sit well with me now.
Mama.
The fans love it. So.
I have not missed
The
Bruya.
fans love
Didn't miss him at all.
Yeah.
No.
Pink Penguin, thank you for the $2 donation.
Thank you, Pink.
Binged 119 to 122 last night, so you're one episode ahead of us.
Nice.
I liked 121 best. Manabu staying true to MIK and showing how much he cares for the company means a lot. The phaser twist was so good. I was upset with phaser, but the twist was well executed.
really
Open
good.
my present on stream, please. Yes, let me get your present.
You have a gift?
Yeah, I have a gift. But yeah, that phaser twist I think got all of us. It was really good.
Convinced that Phaser with that twist could be expert level poker player.
Oh
Like,
my
he's
God,
competing
yeah.
in tournaments. Guy, stone cold.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even know what's going
Smirking evilly.
Yeah.
As he's like, yeah, like
on.
you're
Guys
out, bro.
got it in the bag.
Even though obviously it was a work, the fact that Tremolo,
Dude, he was
threw the-
great. I thought he
threw
was
the
great
MIK
too.
thing at him, he's
He
like,
played his
"Here."
part so good. He's like, and you're fired.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, all right. He would have if he could.
Yeah, it was a good work.
Yeah, I love it.
The comfy chair, you know.
Yep. All right, Pink.
Yes, that is a good point. Do not
bum.
accidentally share the address when you're opening the package, as you've
Where is that?
And
done
he says,
before.
Look who this
Wait,
is from.
Where is that in Washington State?
That is in
I thought it was Southern
Is it
California.
Oregon
Oregon.
or South Idaho?
Yeah, the state he doesn't believe exists.
I thought it was Minnesota. Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Oh my God, we're brain rotted.
No, dude. Some of the, you ever
How do
see?
you open mail?
Dude,
No,
just
it's bad,
open
dude.
it.
Nick, do you ever see those videos where people mod games, but all the dialogue is brain
Oh,
rot?
yes, I love it.
I love
someone
those.
with Metal Gear Solid.
It's
so good.
crazy,
Feel it.
dude. Guys, please, guys, you're not giving me faith for just men across the United States.
What do you
please,
mean? Well,
dude.
I don't know what's in it. I don't want to.
No, it would give you faith for men across the United States. There's a podcast.
Oh God.
He got
You know,
you.
hey,
Okay.
hey.
You're a good
guy.
You're a good guy.
You would have
What are
really,
you doing?
Blocking
Block the address.
that you're
Guys,
displaying.
please, guys.
you know what would have really helped? A pair of
First
scissors.
of all, displaying it, there's a
Why
laptop
don't you
in front
use
of
the
the camera
fork,
view.
bro? What are you guys doing?
What are
Don't
you-
say guys. It's him.
It's both of
You
you.
couldn't open
Nick T's
either.
next.
I'll try.
All right, I think it now should
I
go to
don't-
Nick T.
It's gonna be fine. I don't want to.
It's got to
rip
keep going
anything
down the
if there's-
line
I don't know
until
what's
someone
inside
could
of
get
it.
No,
it.
you're right.
I'm trying to be gentle.
This is so hard to watch.
Here you go.
Nothing is easy on this
Dylan,
podcast,
it
ladies and
can't
gentlemen.
see through my computer, so when it's
No, I was
turning here,
so your angle.
Yeah.
In Dill's defense, you were off angled.
That's
so.
all right, man.
And someone will zoom in on that, and they'll find where Pink is.
They really would.
And
That's
they'll
what's
extort her
terrifying.
for-
First of all, the
Never
address
mind.
that's big on it is ours. So
Oh, that's even
Well,
worse.
that's
Yeah,
actually-
that's actually worse.
Let's. Well, I don't know about
it's
worse.
actually
Alright.
it's actually fine. It's like we won't
It's
be here
okay.
that much
All
longer.
right,
you know?
I'm gonna open it.
All right.
Pink, let's see.
You don't open the card first?
He never reads the card. He's not one of those people.
Okay. Hi, I would like to cancel my subscription to adulthood. Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Take a little break from adulting today and enjoy your birthday. Congrats on being alive for 3 decades. Think you can handle 3 more? Thank you for everything you do, Pinky. And it's a beautiful picture of Karibo. Pink, thank you so much. That's
a good card.
That is very nice.
yes. Mine
You think you can handle 3 more?
Yeah, easily.
I hope not.
I don't know. Your body's saying
Wow.
otherwise.
All right. Well, that's.
Hey,
that's
There's
cute.
more in there. There's more in
Wait,
there.
it's so cute.
That's cute.
Is that a Karibo? Is that for my keychain?
Yeah.
Yes.
You have
Yes.
to
I already
put it on.
no, but I already have a bunch of Karibos on my
Yeah,
keys.
put
No,
another
you gotta
one
put
on.
another one.
You can hang this from the microphone at your computer.
Yeah,
That's
good
actually
point.
sick.
Good
Oh,
point.
that would be cool.
Look at Caliber with ideas.
I'm
Well,
creative.
Every now and again he has them.
Everybody just gets me Karibo stuff.
Yeah, I wonder
Your
why.
favorite?
Dylan, stop saying
my
you like Karibo so much. Karibo stickers, Karibo pins.
That's it. Go right on the back of your monitor.
I mean, Pink. Is this a sticker?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, be nice to me. I'm just a little guy. That's cute.
Oh, you
Yeah.
should put
Don't
that
be a
on your
Karibo
PC.
hater, bro.
Smack it on.
Now, okay, now I'm starting to feel bad about being mean to Karibo.
Yeah, you should.
Pink,
You should.
thank you. What were you doing?
I got it.
Pink, thank you so much for
Very
the Karibo
Very
keychain.
cool.
What is that, a pin?
Yeah, it's a pin. I don't know where I'm gonna.
You
put
could put
this.
that onto the custom jacket, free guy.
Yeah.
It fits into all the things you love.
Pink, thank you
That
so
is
much.
true. That's actually very true.
Love
Thank you, Pink. This
Very
is
cool.
very, very nice.
That's also such a sick jacket.
I
It's
love
so
that
dope,
jacket.
dude.
It's so cool.
Um,
But not this mic.
Jesus.
Yeah, it would fit better. That's fine. For net
it. Just let him
temporarily.
do his
Yeah,
thing.
Put it
just-
on here.
oh, is that where the kids put it?
No,
What?
Oh, wait, I like
Yeah.
that works.
And because the other one, you'd put it in like a similar spot, but it's dangling down.
Yeah,
so it's
and
just
this at
dangled
least you
next to
could
the
see on
microphone.
camera.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right, well there you go, Pink. You're a Karibo.
Forever be on Dylan's
Be
microphone.
grateful for the birthday gift.
You realize people come by that don't know the context think that I'm like a massive Karibo.
You are,
fan.
and when people ask me, I say you are.
Oh, good. I'm happy you do.
I say Wing Karibo is usually your favorite.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
The TCG aside, do you hate Karibo?
No, I actually do like
One of the
Karibo.
most iconic monsters
Of all time.
That's an overstatement, but I do like Karibo.
Oh, you know that.
He's
you know,
not-
Dude, don't even.
He's not.
Don't.
It's ubiquitous. It's ubiquitous.
You
And
can't
it's
just
in
say
every-
words. He's
It's
not.
in every.
Because you don't know what ubiquitous means. do you?
It's not in the top. Would you say it's a
Yeah.
top 10 most iconic monster ever in Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes.
Okay, can I name 10 monsters? You tell me if they're more popular than Karibo. I
If
know
they're
you'll
all
be
DM
honest.
monsters, you're wrong.
Exodia.
Wrong.
Okay,
One show.
okay.
No, it's in
One
top
show.
10. It's in
One
top
show.
10.
Top 10, but not
Sure.
one.
Well, he said the most iconic
In
monster in
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Correct.
What monsters in every single show?
It transcends dual monsters.
Find me the monsters in every single
and
show.
I think it's one of the most recognizable.
Oh,
creatures in
Linkaribo.
all of- yeah.
So Ushio, Tetsu Trudge, the police officer from 5Ds, he was in every show. Is he more popular than Yugi Moto? Because he was in more shows than Yugi? You can't use that
I think
logic.
it's
so.
different when it's a
First of all,
monster versus character.
that is one of the biggest reaches I've
That's
ever heard
the
in my
logic.
life.
That's the
That's
logic.
a
No, that's
huge
not the
reach.
logic.
You can't judge a
Huge
monster's
reach.
iconicness by
No,
the
screen
amount.
time. Screen time,
No,
though.
screen time. It has nothing to do with
If
that.
you ask someone on the street who, let's say, had just seen
Name me a Yu-Gi-Oh monster.
basic Yu-Gi-Oh
Yes.
stuff, which would most likely be dual
Dark
monsters.
Magician.
I wouldn't even go as far.
Karibo is in a
I
top
wouldn't even
10.
go as far
He's
as
not in the
name.
top 10.
I'm going to show you 3 pictures. Tell me which of these you recognize.
Okay,
Boom.
you show him Exodia. You show him the red Slifer card.
And Karibo. And they're going to know Karibo.
I-
Don't even.
No, red Slifer card?
Yeah.
It's some guy in the street.
Yeah.
No way.
And you think that guy would know Karibo?
Yeah.
He has
No
more of a
way.
chance.
No way. No way. You guys are overstating the
You know what?
popularity
This is
of
what we're
Karibo.
gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna solve this real quick. And by quick, I mean next year. When you're full time and you're doing this and you got much time,
Johnny.
we're gonna take a video of a vlog. We're gonna go on the street
That's a
and
good
we're gonna
idea.
run the experiment.
I'm in.
And we'll
I'm
call
in.
it a day.
Red
We're
Bag.
going to
Book
New
it
York
right
City.
now.
Go to Red Bag.
About
We're
a
going
year
to
from
New
now,
York City.
when things settle in your life, because it's gonna be a very busy year next year. This is something we're
New
gonna do.
York
We'll come
City.
down for the weekend. We'll help you,
going to
and we will
Subway
film. We will film the vlog, and you can put it on the channel.
The New York subway.
There you go.
Oh, it's a good idea.
There you go. I'm making free content for
This
you.
would be great.
There you go.
I just we can do that. I'm just saying you guys are,
I
are
think
overstating.
the only
Hey,
reason
He's
the
top
video-
20.
The video will sell.
Right. The only
Sell.
reason you won't do the video is because you're a coward because you know that we're gonna be right.
He's top 20.
And if you want
He's
to
not
prove
top 10.
you want to prove us wrong, let's do the video.
Name
I,
5.
I can name.
than-
I
Dark
can name
Magician.
5. Can I name them? Because I actually can name 5.
Sure. I think it's easy to name
Blue
10.
Eyes,
Yep.
Red Eyes,
Yep.
Dark Magician,
Yep.
Dark Magician Girl.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you have Obelisk the Tormentor.
Yep.
I still think
Exodia.
Exodia, yes. Obelisk, no.
Okay, well that's 5 then. I had named 6.
Yeah, I meant
It
other
was-
than the ones he
we
already
were
named.
saying
He
top
said it
10.
was top 20.
Oh well, yeah, I can't. I said name my top 5.
All right, find me someone who's only watched from Zexel on. What card's most iconic out of those shows? Zexel on.
Now you're in the sequel.
'Cause
Utopia is more iconic.
Utopia is in 2 shows. I'll give you that.
Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon,
No.
Firewall Dragon.
Hey,
Again, this is what you're
He's
doing.
saying from Zexalon, Karibo
No, but
never
the-
even showed
but-
up in any of these
but the-
shows.
Linkaribo.
Link Karibo.
That's not Karibo though.
It's still
Bro,
a
that's-
Karibo.
it's a Karibo.
That's the name of the
Is
card.
that really
Link
what we're?
Karibo.
Is that really what we're arguing
Oh,
about?
boy.
Is a specific Karibo that it is? Because then we know we got you in the bag.
he's
You're done.
He's so done now.
Because if you think someone on the street, Joe Schmo, is
Who-
going to
who
know
told-
Firewall Dragon over Karibo,
he
you're out
said
of your
he's
mind.
watched only from Zexalon. That was the
that's-
parameter.
okay.
That's what I was
Karibo.
talking about. So someone who watched Vrains would know who Firewall Dragon
They're
is.
they're not going to pick Firewall Dragon, a
You
card
think
that was
someone-
banned over Karibo.
You think someone who watched Vrains doesn't know who Firewall Dragon is?
I'm not saying that.
You said from Zexalon.
Yes, but it's not
that was the
you're-
parameter.
You're turning it as saying someone who's watched Vrains would not know who. That's not what we're talking about.
What are you talking
More
about?
iconic is the Karibos spanned across all Yu-Gi-Oh shows.
But regular Karibo is iconic because of the first series.
Dude, Karibos in everything.
You know, I will say the first 2 are probably the most recognizable for that reason.
And Wings Karibo,
With
yeah.
Karibo. But
After
with
that,
being
Karibo had a
said,
major
my
fall-off.
My point was people that have not watched the show, a wider appeal.
That I would agree with you more.
People that actually haven't seen the show than have.
That I would agree with you more.
If I go to
Yes.
New York and
Ask random people on the street, they're more likely to know who
And that's what
Karibo
we're talking
is.
about.
not even
Then-
by name, by visually.
Yeah, recognizing it.
They're like,
than
oh, I know that.
basically anything else.
I know that monster.
That's my point.
Yes, I still don't
And-
think it's top 10, but yes, it's up there. It's top 20.
Crazy.
In recognition, it's top 10.
You're insane that you think a regular person on the street, we're not talking a huge
Firewall
Yu-Gi-Oh fan
Dragon.
like you,
Firewall.
is going to know even Obelisk the Tormentor
Yeah.
before Karibo. You're out of your mind.
If you show them the blue card background,
You're out of your mind.
I think they
You're
will.
out of your
Oh,
mind.
Blackluster Soldier,
Imagine people
too.
probably even haven't seen a card.
That's also assuming that we're assuming that also people on the street, a regular casual, is going to remember into season 5 of the show. They're probably going to imagine something towards the beginning where they might have dropped off the show. It's going to be Karibo, dude.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Listen, we're talking about nothing. Go to another donut.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Anyway, Pink, thank you for the Karibo.
And actually, this does prove to be a good bit, though. We could make.
Oh,
we
we can make a whole
this.
bit
We can
of
make this a thing.
It could be.
You could. Colin, thank you for the $10 super chat.
Thank you, Colin.
Appreciate you, Colin. It's funny looking at the drones of 7s and how harmless most of them are, and then looking at the Go Rush ones, which are horrifying looking. Like, these drones are scarier than the Salaryman Kaizo drones. The other thing with the drones, too, is they actually, like, physically attack people.
Oh, yeah.
They, like, electrocuted Ron.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah.
They're weapons of war.
Yeah, well, yes. But in 7s, you'd think they're more advanced, but they're just way more tame. They don't
Yeah.
really actually attack people.
Nicole, do you want to speak that since you have the relation to Salaryman?
Well, yeah, I mean, Salaryman Calzo is really a terrifying thing, but
Horrifying.
not as terrifying as the drones in this show. That's for sure.
I would agree.
It's an argument.
They like with the shadows too, and then when they reveal that Goha Yuna's like walking in and looking at all those, and they're using her stuff.
I also didn't fully understand, like, is Damamu just, like, encompassed in Ron, or, like, I never seen them
I don't
do
know.
that before, so, like, are they in
well,
full
they
form?
do it.
Like, I'm not,
Yeah,
what was going on
I think
there?
it was similar to how like Damamu like went inside of Yuumu when
Suijo, right?
Yeah, I guess Damamu can just do that. With
Well,
Just becomes like a
Damar.
spirit form when
Yeah,
they want,
yeah.
kind of thing? Okay.
Yeah,
because they're Damar, they just kind of
Yeah, I guess their form is, like, malleable, and they could just do
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah, for sure. Mark, thank you for the $2 donation. Since you all heard the news regarding Go Russian Duel Links, I want to hear from the rest of you guys which characters will be unlockable before the end of the year. We kind of
Yeah,
already
we
did
talked
that.
about that.
Yeah,
There will be a max of 3 picks, plus one of them has to be a Go Rush character, not from launch. I mean, we all think Udius, Yuumu, Yuhi.
Yeah.
The fourth is where it gets interesting. It's
Manabu.
either
Suijo.
Manabu.
Manabu or
Manabu or
Suijo.
Suijo, yeah.
Yep, I agree with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then the other one's probably the 5th. So I think we're all in agreement there, right? I mean,
Yeah,
that's-
pretty
definitely.
straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Natalie, wow, thank you for the $27 donation, Natalie.
Yerp.
Really appreciate it. Hello, Dylan. So a year ago, I gave you my pro tag list. Now, note that if one character is on the lower end, it means I struggle to relate to them. Here is my new one. 8 is Yuya. 7 is Yuma. 6 is Yugi/Atem. 5 is Jaden. 4 is Yuga. 3 is Yusei. 2 is Udius. And 1, of course, is... right, now for my number 1 pick, it's a tie between Yuhi and Yusaku. I relate to Yui and Yusaku both at the same time. They both have detective-style smarts, which I like about both of them. I like how both have gray morality. Well, Natalie, first of all, thank you for the very, very generous donation. I don't view Yuhi as a protagonist, so I think you probably would have Udius number 1. But it's really cool that you do Yusaku. I'm sorry, Yusaku number 1. It is really cool though that you have Udius so high at number 2, and then of course, Yuhi that high up on your list in general. Yeah, Yui's been a good character in the show. He's been a very, very good character. I don't know about. I feel like Yuumu is probably more with the gray morality side, but Yuhi might get there depending on where the show goes.
Yeah, because so far anything like gray with him has sort of just been a lie to be able to infiltrate, and then he gave that away pretty quickly.
Right.
Very
Right.
quickly.
Extremely quickly. Like
But-
as soon as we got to Earth, he's
But-
like, "Don't listen."
But his detective and skill works has done a really, really good
Recently,
job.
For sure,
Yeah.
Definitely. He's getting sharper.
And then Dragonclaw, thank you. And Natalie, thank you for the generous donation. Dragonclaw, thank you for the Go Rush 888 donation.
Thank you, Dragonclaw.
Top 10 unanswered Go Rush questions. Do you think Manabu ever gave that old lady her life savings back?
Wait, I'm struggling to remember. Did he steal a woman's life saving? What are we talking about?
No, he didn't. He did not.
Wait, am I missing something?
It was a commander study thing, wasn't it?
I'm having trouble pinpointing it. It just feels like something he could do.
I just like the idea that like he somebody's life.
I think it was his commander study ego, right? Alter ego.
Sounds familiar.
Commander study. Yeah, when he was commander study.
Spent it on ice cream and
Which they made a nice callback to in this last episode.
Dude, he is he's a menace.
yeah. I think the answer is no.
Tyler wrote, Manabu didn't steal it. That was Commander stuff.
Exactly, two different characters.
Dude, could you? But even just the concept of thinking about Manabu stealing an old woman's life savings.
Is it that shocking?
No,
Come on.
He's like Gakuto. He's always. I've always viewed him as like Gakuto, but like douchier.
Yeah. if you had the sound alerts set up, you would play mine right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, let's be honest.
Is there a growing anti-Manabu
Manabu
movement in America?
Oh my God.
The Manabu sucks.
Elaine,
He's growing on me.
thank you for the 100 bits. I watched 119 live and when Udius stomped on Bruya, I was laughing so hard. It seemed out of character for Udius, but that was funny. Yeah, he was just like he ran backwards to stop.
Yeah.
on him
Everybody
more.
is over the mommy character.
I can't stand it, mommy.
Mama.
Yeah,
Mama.
you continue to do that.
Although Dylan alone,
Cal and Dylan.
you could be alone with Dylan in the
Mama.
house,
Mama.
and from upstairs you'll
Yes.
just randomly hear "Mama,"
Yes,
and
that
you're
is
like,
true.
"Why, dude?"
That
Has
is very
that
true.
happened to you?
You've done it to me several times.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just do it in. I haven't done it to anyone. I just do it.
I also hear it's actually a beautiful sound. I'll admit it. I hear Dylan singing every single morning.
no way.
Like
really?
every single
See,
morning.
my favorite personal part of that is when you're at the office trying to listen to music and he's competing with your
Yes.
Spotify
To
or
play
Apple
music while he
account,
does dishes.
playing it in the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
Well, the best part is, and Dylan,
He's just
sorry,
bumming off your
sorry
music.
this is putting you on blast, but I freaking love this, so I'm just gonna say it.
Say it.
I walk into the kitchen, Dylan's making himself lunch, and he's using like the thing for Spotify. And what song do you think is playing?
Oh God.
Tigger eats a lot.
No, no, it's on Spotify.
Oh.
And no, it is. He's making himself a peanut
Oh,
butter
I
and jelly
know this.
sandwich.
Yes,
He's
I
playing
know
And,
peanut
the,
butter
this.
and
jelly.
peanut butter jelly time is playing on the speaker. Peanut butter jelly. I walked down and started laughing. I was like, I respect that.
You really are a simple man.
I'm very simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was setting the tone and the mood for the making of the peanut butter.
jelly.
and
Peanut butter
jelly.
jelly.
It was
Peanut butter
so
jelly, what
funny.
about
This is straight out of a TV show.
I didn't know you were home. I didn't.
I got to imagine like that probably is the best way to make a peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, yeah,
sandwich.
100%.
Is it?
The best
course.
sandwich, the best peanut butter and jelly sandwich you'll ever eat is one made.
I don't know if there's a lot of statistics to
No,
back that
I
up.
think it can support it.
I need
Yeah.
to find like a grilled cheese song, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I had grilled cheese tonight.
Oh,
love
grilled
grilled
cheese.
cheese.
Dude. Love a good grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese with a little beef barley stew.
Ooh. Beef and barley.
That's
good.
High class
Yeah.
society. Right
This is guys made of money, dude.
the epitome of lower middle class.
Us saying that's fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
How you gonna respond to this?
No, I mean, listen. I
Yo,
love
could you
my-
make a grilled cheese?
Of course.
Okay.
How do you make grilled cheese?
Well, I do it very simply. I put the
No.
Yes, it's gonna
Like,
be bad.
bro,
bread in the
wait.
toaster.
No.
Like,
Okay.
So I toast the bread,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then
Went wrong already, but that's okay.
I know you're supposed to do butter in the pan. I don't do that. I just take the 2 slices of cheese, put them between the toast, put it in the microwave for like 20 seconds.
That is.
He's lying. He's lying.
If
That's
you really,
no, he's not lying. That's the scary part.
if you really do that, if you really do that, you're a disgusting human being. Like that is.
I mean, that
vile,
seems a little
dude.
harsh.
Like, come on,
It's a
man.
little harsh, but it's kind of
You're
deserved.
30 and you can't make a
Dylan.
grilled cheese.
I don't have any interest. I know you're supposed to do it with the butter. And
You don't have
something.
any interest in eating
I don't have
quality
any,
food.
I don't have any interest
I'll
in
wait
taking that
after.
much time to make a grilled cheese.
Judge, I have a question for
Yes,
you
sir. What's up?
because I feel like you would be someone that would know this.
Okay.
You ever make a grilled cheese in like a air fryer?
You can do it.
Yeah, it's
that
great.
way.
It's
I
excellent.
was saying I've never done it, so I'm
absolutely
curious.
works. Yes,
Absolutely
that can work.
excellent.
Still,
That's a good
we
point.
can do that. We can make it in the
We
air
gotta do it in the
fryer.
air
But still,
I've
like,
been in the air fryer.
we have to. There has to be discussion, maybe off stream, of like,
No,
you have to start being more of an adult.
as soon as I moved to Delaware,
Like,
I'm,
this is getting out of
my
hand.
dad. So my parents actually, I think they settled on a place, and
Oh, that's
so
great.
yeah,
For them.
we're probably going to be within like 10, 15 minutes of them. And my dad, who
will they all be there before you?
cooks. No, I don't. Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know how the timeline's going to work, but My dad, who cooks a lot, already said that he has no problem coming over helping me out. So
Now-
yeah, as soon as
No,
I
wait,
move-
wait,
now
wait.
he's not going to do it for you, right?
You need
He's
to
gonna
learn.
help
No,
you.
he wouldn't do it for me. Yeah, right now I just don't have the time. But when I'm in Delaware, I'll have the time to
Oh,
learn.
I thought you were implying that every day they would come over.
Absolutely
at first
not.
I thought that's what
It's
he meant.
also
I
a
would
fallacy.
absolutely
It's
not.
a fallacy
Well, that's why I
that
thought it
you
was a
do
bit.
not have
So
the time.
truthfully, Dylan,
You're being lazy.
There's no way you don't have time to.
To make a grilled cheese? Come on, dude.
Because what that tells me is either Ivria's making every single meal for you,
Correct.
No, she doesn't make any. She makes
Or-
maybe 1 or 2 dinners.
or you're spending too much money buying takeout.
So I do skip meals.
Correct.
That's all. That's
Not
good
healthy
either.
I'm not saying it's healthy, but I do what I have to do sometimes. 3 days a week, I really don't have any time. I'm moving 7 a.m. until 11:30 p.m. and I'm getting food at the
So
hotel.
this is where meal prepping would help you tremendously.
yes,
It's not gonna happen.
Yes.
And that's
And even
why-
for you, I'd rather even if you're we're not gonna go real meal prep because we know you can't do that.
That's not.
I do
Even
that.
make like make 8 PB&J sandwiches on Monday. That way they're made and
Yeah.
Put
then
him in the fridge.
and put them in the fridge. There you go.
Now I read that the lifespan of a PB&J was only 24 hours.
Why?
That's
Please tell
what
me
I
why.
read. I don't know.
So
That's
why? Just why?
In the-
Let's think
in the
about it for a second.
refrigerator?
Let's just think about it for a second.
At room temp.
Well, yeah, why are you?
Well, yeah,
leaving-
'cause the
put them in
bacteria
the
can get
fridge.
on that.
Okay, gotcha.
The lifespan of my peanut butter and jelly is only about 20 minutes because that thing's getting
You think that long? Like,
And that's why
so-
today's
All
stream
9
is
of those
sponsored
are
by-
gone in 20
by
minutes.
HelloFresh.
HelloFresh is good. I like HelloFresh.
sponsored by
Yeah.
But yeah,
Peanut
no,
butter.
dude, you got
Don't even know.
you
Jif.
gotta not skip meals, and you do have to find the time to either cook your own meals or learn how to do quick things. Right? I'm not saying you need to
Yeah.
make
I
this
usually
gourmet meal.
usually don't skip meals. I usually do just go out for
Yeah,
food.
but then
and-
you're spending money on food.
yeah, like
How much
six-
money do you spend on food on average a week? I know you don't eat a lot, which saves you. But
Well,
if you,
lunch and dinner is usually like 13 in
520.
I
total.
think we could talk more about this on
how
the
are you
financial
doing that? What are you
podcast.
eating that you're wait $13 for lunch and dinner? What are you eating? Tell me.
Well, so at the hotel, I can get any meal from the back for
Okay.
$5.
Okay, that's great.
Oh.
That helps.
Yes.
What do you usually get?
I usually get
Chicken
either a
fingers.
veggie quesadilla or a chicken quesadilla. Sometimes I get a chicken Caesar salad.
All right, that's not terrible.
Hey.
Yeah.
Not great, but not terrible.
Thank you.
Okay, now where's the other $8 coming from? What's your lunch?
I'll get like a
Chipotle.
sandwich from Panera or Jersey Mike's.
Okay, all right.
Is Jersey Mike's good now?
Oh,
or,
yes.
or are they still in their phase with whatever they had
I've
going
enjoyed
on?
the past couple sandwiches.
Yeah,
I've had.
that meat disease thing
Oh.
was going on.
Yeah.
Are they
Oh.
good now? Because I know it deeply impacted them
Oh,
because
yeah.
they were
Yeah, I-
doing boar's head.
I got no
Yeah.
idea.
Listeria?
Oh, Listeria. Yeah. I got no
like
idea.
Hysteria.
Ah?
Wow.
Well, that's the thing.
That'd be a good.
It was
headline.
no, that's not
No,
the
it was
thing.
a
It
real
was
thing. I'm
real.
kidding.
No,
It was a
I
real
don't. I don't
thing.
know. It might be. I don't go to. I don't go there often. I mean,
No,
so-
it
So,
wasn't
but here's the
Jersey Mike's,
problem
it
with
was
your
all
diet.
boar's
Your
head.
diet is basically carbs.
Yeah.
Your diet is carbs. Now,
Yeah.
for some, somehow you've gotten so blessed with your metabolism that you don't gain weight. I don't know how it's possible. Like it makes.
well, my
no
blood
sense.
work was really good.
Oh no! It
The
was,
best.
no.
The best they've
It was
ever
like
seen.
nothing they've
We
ever
should-
seen.
Yeah.
should
Those are
move
not
on.
those two. That's
The
like
do-
saying
the
it's-
doctors were stunned.
Yeah, stunned. Good word.
Let's-
Good job.
Let's go to the next donut.
Let's go to the next.
We're never gonna
one.
get done. I gotta leave in like 20 minutes too.
It's all. Well, actually, Natalie did say $2 donation. Oh, Brian Weir subscribed to the YouTube channel 5 minutes
Brian
ago.
Weir.
Oh,
Thank
wow,
you, Weir.
it's taken him
So
yeah.
8 years.
So Weir was on this
Yeah.
channel before he
Wasn't
subscribed to
subscribed.
it. Yeah.
Wow.
Weir.
Let's go, dude.
Weir.
Oh, Sabrina
Hey,
Carpenter.
that's
W.
My girl.
Natalie, I view you. He is a protag in my mind.
girl.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could. I view him as a
Yeah.
deuteragonist, which
I'd
is like
agree
the
with the
second in
deuteragonist,
command,
yep. A
similar to like Luke.
deuteragonist?
But like, I could see that for sure. And Mark, thank you for the $3 donation. To clarify my last donor, I'm in 3 characters after the unlocks for Go World launch. After October, which 3 unlocks are you betting gets into
So
Duel Links?
Zuijo, Manabu,
we just gotta pick one more.
and honestly, I go Yuna. I can see Yuna. You'd only have one female at that point. You'd have 5 men.
No,
You'd
I
have 4
think
males.
Phaser or Tremolo could be.
You
one
could
of
do
them.
Phaser. Phaser's not
Probably
bad. I wouldn't do
Phaser.
Tremolo. over
I'm
Phaser.
going to try to go in order.
Of like when it happened in the show.
Yeah,
In that case, you would have Rovian as your 6th character.
Oh yeah, Rovian. No, Yuna's before Rovian.
I could see Yuna before
I
Roby.
think-
Well,
Yeah,
they're
Rovian's
the
an
exact
arc. Rovian's
same.
an arc boss though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
True.
I don't know. Sevens is weird. Sevens had Mimi come in.
Well, that's what I remember. I made this joke with you last week. I said, "How crazy would it be?" But not that crazy if they just put Manya in.
Oh,
here.
that'd be-
I would.
no.
Right, but even though you wouldn't like that, it kind of fits with what they would do.
Any character could really be in because of the inclusion of Mimi.
So Dylan, Tyler has a great question for you. When's Mitsuko going to be in?
Well, Mitsuko probably is not going to make
That's
it,
what I thought,
but I would
yeah.
not be opposed to her coming in. And you know what? If Tyler needs any hope that Mitsuko will come, it has to be early on. And, like, just look to Mimi. If Sevens put Mimi in early on, I think there's a chance Mitsuko
possible.
comes in. Sure. But Mitsuko, I don't think, had the same impact that Mimi did on the show overall. So I think it's probably unlikely. I'm going to go Yugioh,
Yeah.
Manabu,
Yeah.
and then Goha Yuna.
Yeah, that's as I said. Yeah.
Okay.
Mana-boo-boo.
But, you know, I also
I'll
could
go
see,
Robin for
I
the
also
sake of being
could see
different.
Asaka before.
Could see that as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, I could see her.
Because she's also in Arc 1. I mean,
right.
that could work.
Right. But yeah, great question.
You don't
Mark.
think Kawhi Tell would be in there?
We have some super chats. Oh, actually, it was either Kawhi Tell or Chupataro. It looks like they're going to be an NPC that you can duel.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Chupa Chupa!
They usually put a cut like Brave Max is one in Vrain's World.
Yeah, that's
you
Oh,
can't,
that's
can't
awesome.
unlock him, but you can
Yeah,
duel him
thank
if he's
God.
on the map.
Thank God.
Well, I'd rather that than them being unlockable.
yeah,
I
you
have
don't, you don't want them to be
Why
unlockable.
wouldn't you play
No.
as
Ever.
Chupa Chupa?
So I can't remember if it was Chupataro or Kawhi Tell. Kawhi Tell.
Poo,
So, I'm
poop,
fine
the
with that.
poo.
Listen, he's parched, man.
He's
parched.
Yeah.
I love how he said that, and he's like, they're like, you're useless. I just walk by him. I'm like, the disrespect
that
is
was a little messed
crazy.
up. That was a little messed up.
Ice Aiden, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hello, Yugi Bros. Welcome back. Glad we are finally back with some really great episodes.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah,
Ice,
Ice Aiden,
ice.
Ice Aiden, thank you so much. I think that's up to supers.
You got it?
Yeah, bro.
Thank you, man.
Did we already read the?
Yep.
So we read
Yep.
these three, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That one we did not.
This one we did not. Yep. We have 38 months of Slifer Red membership from Philip Rosewood.
Thank you, Philip.
Glad you're all back. We had Girl Boss City out here.
Yeah.
That's right. Yumu
You're
getting a
goddamn
win,
right.
Zayed getting a win, and
Girl
yeah.
power.
Phaser getting
Girl power. Phaser getting a win. That's right. Yeah. Philip, great to see you back, man. Very excited to see how this one is going to come to an end.
Candy for the ladies. So still girl power.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're all happy here.
Thank you, Philip.
Yes. We have 20,000 IDR from ZX.
ZX, thank you.
Congrats, Zayat, to finally giving the Darkmen a win. There you go.
Yeah, the Darkmen needed a win. Happy it came in the form of Zayat, Elaine, and probably a few others as well. Were totally right. As soon as they get Contact Fusion, they're winning, and they win.
did.
So,
True.
makes sense, right? That's the next level for them, and they're very tough when they have that card.
Oh, you know,
True.
It was one duel, but yeah.
Yeah.
I did like Yuhi's attempt, though, kind of trying to counteract that, what he learned from Yugioh.
Yes.
To have that card that broke up Contact Fusion. It's
Yeah.
just that Yumu basically was just like, yeah, I know everything about you, so I already beat you.
She knew that he was going to be hyper-focused on getting rid of that Contact
Yeah,
Fusion.
that was a good back and forth duel.
Yeah. She's just smart, you know?
She also has the leg up here in this case because, like, she knows what her plans are and they don't.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Crystal Colden, thank you for the $5 super chat.
Yeah.
Correct me, but wasn't the you, he is Otis idea mentioned by me in this podcast? And now Dylan says it's possible. It may have been mentioned by you, for sure.
I've heard it from a few. I'm not sure exactly who.
It's always very hard for me to track the
Yuhi.
origins
Yuhi.
of a theory
Yeah,
unless
who-
it's like very out there. Yuhi is Otis.
no, who?
Crystal Golden.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, totally.
It could have been.
Definitely wasn't me.
No, I mean Crystal may have also said it like very early on, as well. But yeah, I do think it's possible, Crystal. I think it's more likely he is Otis than Uemu at this point. I also think it's more likely that neither of them are Otis, to be honest with you. But yeah, Otis is so fascinating. It can go so many different ways.
We do all of this, and then Yuga just comes back to the show and just takes his place as
Sure.
Otis in the first
I mean
place.
that was something you said in episode 2.
But I can see them doing something like that.
yeah, me too. I mean, I still don't think Yuga was sent to the right timeline. So
Yeah, it would be weird if they never resolved that
Yep.
point.
Yeah, no, he's out there.
No, he'll be back.
Yeah, I got it.
Thank you.
We have 50,000 IDR from ZX.
Thank you, ZX.
I like the direction of Manabu's character. He really needed it. Also, his new support in the next set will help properly combine his maximum and fusion.
Yeah,
Sweet.
I'm not too up to date with the Rush release schedule in terms of cards, but yeah, I mean Manabu's direction was really, really good, and I think as a character he's improved since a very weird second season.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Is there a pro Manabu movement?
Is there a pro Manabu movement in America?
Yeah.
There might be. ZX, thank you so much.
We have $10 from Colin Cleaves.
Thank Colin.
Thank you, Colin.
That guy.
It's funny looking at the drones of 7s and
Did
how
that one.
Oh, you did do that one. You left me to. Damn, bro.
Sorry, I wasn't looking.
It's okay. We have 5 Australian from Electric Heaven. Who do y'all think would win in a duel between Crow Hogan and Varys?
Oof, Crow and Revolver.
I don't know enough
Revolver.
about
I'm not
Crow.
Well,
even.
we
I'm
know
not even-
Revolver.
we know you're picking Revolver because you hate Crow.
Well,
Revolver.
it's not even that truthful.
Revolver's kind of goated though. So
I'm picking
Black-
Crow.
Black
Even though
Wing
you hate him?
was- I can see why.
Well, I don't hate him. No,
The
that's
Blackwing-
not true.
There's a lot of evidence.
Are you
Maybe from 2016, my opinion's changed in 8 years.
Are you
I don't hate
saying
Crow.
with the Blackwing support or his original deck?
I mean, it would just be character versus character.
Revolver.
I think Revolver's a little overhyped as a duelist, and I would go Crow.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, but it's tight. It's
I
tight.
like the Blackwing deck more than Borderlord.
I
I
also-
still think Revolver's better though.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like in 2024, there's been some streams where you've thrown some Crow shade.
I definitely
so,
have thrown
so
Crow
just
shade,
just trying to undermine
don't
me there
hate
and be
him.
like, oh, it's just 2016.
There was a
It's
there was a big
That's not true.
Yugi tuber who made a video that said Crow ruined the entire Yu-Gi-Oh
Well, that's
franchise.
crazy.
Now I didn't watch that video. People sent that to me and said, "Oh, this guy's got the same opinion as you." No, he does not.
I didn't say you went that far.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
saying
but I
think
do
you
have to
don't
correct.
prefer the
clear
character.
the air. You have to clear the air a little
Yes,
bit.
I do have to clear the air. I duelled a lot unfairly towards him because of things that happened that harmed Akiza's character in 5Ds, who I liked a lot. But it's unfair to hold that against him.
Right.
But,
Because
you
it's the
know.
writers that determine what happened.
Correct. But yeah, Crow, he's fine. He's fine.
Would you make a Black Wings deck?
No.
Okay.
No.
So,
But
so
I
there's a
I
line.
don't-
There's a line for
There
you.
is a line. I don't like him, but I certainly do not hate him.
Okay.
that's valid. I like that. That's
You're the worst thing. Indifferent.
True. Right. You could argue that that's worse. Right. I'm indifferent.
We've quoted that a few times.
Oh yeah.
That's right, man. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but
And then the last one I have thus far, unless any have come in, I don't believe so, is from Goose with $5.
Goose.
That's good.
Sending positive vibes and kindness to everyone and keep things PG. Positively Goose.
thank you, Goose. Really appreciate you. Obviously the summaries are out through 127, but I don't feel like we need to read them
don't need
because
them.
No.
we're
It's
literally.
all- I think it's also going to really spoil us.
Yeah, well, here's my thought. We're going to probably watch the episodes either later tonight or
or
tomorrow.
I want to go in blind.
And then on Friday, we're going to do another episode.
I
Yeah.
love a blind.
Only
so we'll,
blind as a
we'll
bat.
read the summaries for this month
Yeah,
at the
on
end
Friday.
of Friday's
Sounds
episode.
Because we'll be caught up.
Surely.
Oh yeah.
Right.
It's over.
I
Right.
love
So,
it. Great idea.
Love
for
it.
those of you that may have missed it, Cal, you want to let them know what's happening Friday?
All right, yeah. So, guys, on Friday, this Friday, in basically 48 hours from now, we are 47 and a half hours from now. Thank you, Dredge. We are going to be live again for another special episode of Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Crazy 8s to discuss the next 3 episodes of the show, which would be 122, 123, and 124. That way we can be all caught up by next Wednesday where we can do the show for hopefully 125.
I would imagine
5.
it'll be a smaller crew. It's gonna end up being the 3 of you, I guarantee.
But
I already said that.
Yeah.
For Friday?
I will be in a wedding, so.
Yeah.
well, you
Not
have
for me.
fun,
Well,
brother.
Yeah, it was either Friday or Saturday, and then
I have
Nikki
a
was
wedding
maybe
Saturday.
and they were both out Saturday, so that's why we picked Friday.
You're squeezing a lot of episodes in within 72 hours.
Oh,
we
yeah.
are. That's why we're
Hyped.
called Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything.
I don't think it is.
Listen, I want to thank all you guys. I want to thank Pete, Dredger, Nick T, and Cal not only for doing this,
Yeah.
but for getting me a cake. That was very, very kind of them.
Was it
I
good?
want to thank Dak for getting me whatever that was. And seriously, Dak, thank you. I want to thank all of you guys for watching, for hanging out. And we are going to be live Friday night. Yeah, I mean, I'll be live Friday with 4:30 we're doing Master Duel versus Chat. 7 o'clock we're doing Black Myth Wukong,
Dude.
and then we will be live 10 o'clock.
Why are you doing this? to
Talking
yourself?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Crazy 8s, 122 to
Isn't it
124.
crazy how like I'm doing Master Duel tomorrow and you're not available, and then
Yeah.
you're doing Master Duel Friday and I'm not available? It's like you're avoiding me. I don't get it.
Well, it goes both
to me.
ways.
I don't know. I've been on your wheel. I've been on the wheel. And,
Had
and
the wheel-
mind you, on that wheel, there's been 2 times where it was going to land on me, and I see you press a button, bro, and it just rolls electric.
Had the wheel landed on you, I'm not sure if you would have been able to fulfill the duel.
Please let that wheel land on me so I can show you. Please. I'm praying. I'm begging you.
This rivalry growing every week. Kind of love it.
Please.
I love it. I love it.
Please.
I hope it does, my friend.
The guy who started Master Duel 2 months ago is going to be the guy who's been playing for years.
That's very normal, by the way.
Well, we're gonna do about
Already building it in.
Yeah, Corey, he's trying to build it in first of all, Chad. And the second thing is,
hey, smart.
we'll do, to be fair, because bricks have, we'll do best 2 out of 3. So
Sure.
no matter what, we will do that. So that way you have
So I'm gonna use the best deck that I have.
Please.
It's a very good deck.
You're gonna need it. Please. You're gonna need it.
It's a very good deck.
I know it
Is
is.
that the Flunder D's?
No, I'm not. I'm not Trell. I don't play Flunder D's.
He has 2 decks I'm between on which you, but he doesn't know I have a deck that literally negates.
Oh, he's got a counter deck, bro.
Well, see, the thing is, I've told him 2 of the decks I have. I haven't told him the 3rd deck I have. That's the problem.
Get him with that chain energy.
He's got, I won't lie to you. If I see Chain Energy on his field, MST's coming right out. It's coming right out destroying.
3 chained energies. You have to pay $1,500 for that MST, and that'll only get rid of 1 of 3.
Yeah. You're at 3 MST. Okay, there you go. I'll do Raigeki. Lightning Storm.
If I flop 3 chained energy, I think
There's
it's
no
over.
way you flop 3 Chain Energy.
It's over. If
That would be flopping
if
the
I
nuts.
win round 1, my round 2 deck may be the chain energy deck, and I'm gonna
have
see
to
if I
be.
can flop 3 chain energies, and then that might be game.
Oh,
All right. Well, listen. Plenty of things to look forward to for the rest of the week. Thank everybody who donated. I'm going to let these guys promote anything going on with them. Cal, Nick T, Dredge P, thank you guys for doing this. Cal, you start.
Sure. I'm going to start a little differently than normal because last week I was blessed to be on a podcast with my man at the end of the table over there, Pete. On his First and 10 podcast on his YouTube channel.
Where's week 2?
Brian and I are recording tomorrow.
Clueless Gamers. I'm talking, bro.
And
Anyway, I was on Pete's podcast, First and 10, which he does with our buddy Brian every week on the football season for the NFL. We made a bunch of picks for week 1, which has already happened, so you can go see, if we were right or we were wrong.
First out of 3.
Probably Pete. Yeah, definitely go check that out. And Pete, I will promote when he's doing the next one and all that other stuff. I don't want to steal your
man.
shine,
Very nice.
But go check it out.
Yeah, check it out. I, at the given moment, don't have a ton to promote, but I will say, still sitting on a Nameling record, in the works of a Fragile Homes EP, and in the works for a Mom Fight album or EP. So follow all those projects on all social media platforms. Listen to them on all music streaming platforms, regardless of whatever you got, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, whatever. That the support helps. So go check it out. Listen on Bandcamp. Buy it on Bandcamp if you like it. But that support helps me create some more. So got a few musical projects coming out by the end of the year. So look out.
Weir is not happy. He said, "Come on, Nick T."
Yeah.
Bro,
We're
trying, man.
calling you out, man. It's
trying.
crazy. Dredge stream at twitch.tv/Dredge. We got a Master Duel stream tomorrow that Dylan clearly won't be at. We're building a deck. We're going to be tuning up another deck, and we're going to be dueling you guys. So please, come hang out. We're vibing. We got to get prepared for Dylan's Dynamorphia, whatever he wants to try to run. So whatever he thinks he can run.
When you guys doing? 2025 probably by this
So
point?
what I'm thinking is we're gonna set this up kind of almost like PLEs, like WWE does. We're gonna have a little like a precursor match, maybe like a Colin versus Latrell to set us up to get us hyped, and then me and Dylan.
So
will be
they
the
can
main
watch
event.
good dueling, and then
Pretty
they
much,
watch
and then us too. Yeah.
Wait, no, you
Pretty
should
much.
have like me and Pete duel. 'cause
Oh
we
my
don't know
God,
what
we
we're
will give
doing.
you our decks. That
Yeah.
would be good. That would be fun.
It'd be the slowest duel in history because I feel
Hey.
like Caliber and I both read.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
No time,
So-
but no time limit.
Hold on, wait. What does this do?
Yep.
I won't lie to you. There's still times I'm like, wait, what is that? And I have to slide because it's like for effect. You got to slide.
There's a
through
lot
and
of
read all
cards on the board. I just don't even read them. I just play and see what
You're just
happens.
hoping. You're like, wait, does that have a negate? Shit.
When
the whole thing Yu-Gi-Oh
when something
fans
goes
don't-
wrong, like what happened?
Yeah, you're the best like that. Like, what happens? Like,
Those make the best misplay videos.
That's the meme. Yu-Gi-Oh players don't read.
Yes, many don't.
all right, Pete, what's going on?
Yeah, Caliber said my First and 10 podcast I do over on Clueless Gamers YouTube channel. Appreciate that shout out. Recording episode for week 2 tomorrow, so that you'll see that up probably Friday or Saturday. Probably more likely Saturday. And then I'm over on Super D Prod, Dylan's Twitch channel tomorrow, playing more Guardians.
Let's go.
I don't know how long the game is, but we're very deep, like into the game, like at least to the 75% mark now.
Yeah. Cool.
So if you want to come check that out, if you haven't even watched at this point, it's a pretty easy story if you want to come and chat that I could just kind of catch you up on. So yeah, feel free and follow me on Twitter, PeteCarroll21.
Let's go.
As always, huge thank you to Pete. Follow him on, you can see him on my Twitch tomorrow and Clueless Gamers YouTube. Huge thank you to Dredger. He'll be live tomorrow, twitch.tv/Dredgenator. Nick T, all of his music stuff is linked. And Calibro, twitch.tv/Calbreezy. Huge thank you to all of them.
Easy.
Huge thank you to all of you guys watching at home, lurking, watching post-upload, commenting. Thank you. Huge thank you to everybody that donated or super chatted. Cannot tell you how much I appreciate it and how much it truly does help out the production here on the channel. Thank you guys as always, seriously. And we're going to be back literally in 2 nights to break down the next 3 episodes. So, yeah, let's, there might be
We're
some
drinking?
Let's keep it going.
Suddenly I can make it.
Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have
an amazing day.
Take care, guys. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Arrivederci.